What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hope y'all enjoying another edition. Welcome to the Smoke Lounge. Yeah, man. Season one, the season is here, ramping up. We got first day of OTAs. People making a big deal about who throwing an interception, who threw interceptions, who threw passes. At the end of the day, we'll talk about that. And yeah, man. We'll be back in just a bit.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor. We're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also, reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Jew's Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats, food with a passion, we do it all.
So what's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Smoke Lounge, man. I am your host, Shake Money. We are going to be Raphael Courtright, first in the building. Let's go. My man, the Frost, of course I know you, as Dolphin Winters, Joe Rist, Jamie Raycart, what's going on? We have Omar Brown. What's up? My man Cap for Life. And Joe Riss. What's up? Red, White, and Bills. What's going on, man? So I hope y'all doing all right today, man. Yeah. Q, what's going on, man? So looks like Tua is holding in, but he's not holding out. He did participate, which, to be honest with you, I don't know what to make of it. Look, at the end of the day, people are going to give their opinions. Oh, it's my opinion that AB, what's going on? At the end of the day, look, it doesn't matter what our narratives are or what our agendas are. Clearly, the Dolphin has, whatever happens between now and training camp with Tua's money, it's gonna happen. All I could do is worry about just, keep it going. What's going on, man? By the way, Michael K gave a $5 donation. So, according to him, tuna sucks. I like salmon better. So, yeah, I agree with you. Tuna does suck. I don't like tuna at all. Especially the ones that come in a can. Now, tuna steaks, they're delicious, but tuna, yeah, it does suck. I don't like tuna at all. I agree with you. Salmon is more of my thing. Yeah, I'm more of a salmon eater. So I agree with that comment you said when you gave that $5 donation. Tuna sucks. It does. Has a fishy taste to it. Say it's a chicken of the sea, my ass. But yeah, man. Bills finishing 6-10-1. I agree with you there. Yeah, man. EBT card. Lewis, what's going on, Lou? How you doing, man? Fins up. Daniel Berry Sports, what's going on, man? Yeah, man. He'll sign it. Might not when some people want, but he'll sign. I'm not worried at all. So, yeah. No, I don't think anybody should be worried, to be honest with you. It is what it is. People getting paid is none of my concern. I don't know. I guess I'm wired that way. I don't care too much about shit I can't control, Will they make him play on his 5th-year option? Probably. The way it looks, signs are pointing that way. Doesn't mean he's not going to get a contract tomorrow or next week or before the start of week 1. Those aren't, in my opinion, those aren't. I don't rule out Tua not getting a contract. However, the longer we wait, I think the less chance, the more his chances, I would say, diminish about getting a new contract. Because I think, because last year, the same thing they did with Christian Wilkins. As soon as the season started, guess what? Negotiation talks were over. So I could see that happening where right now, Lance McDonald, what's up? Long time no see. Right now, his contract, he doesn't have one. And the longer he waits, like I said, the bleaker it looks. But at the end of the day, I don't know if it was Joe Burrow or was it Herbert that got their contract in September. So it's still not over yet. We're still not out of the woods as far as Tua's contract is concerned. I think the picture will be clearer once September, the week 1 hits, whether he's playing on his 5th-year option or not. And I mean, there's so many possibilities that something could I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities that could happen. It's happened before, and it's going to happen again. So let's look at some of these training camp. It's a race between Green Bay and Miami. No one wants to win. Whoever budgets first at this point. Yeah, I mean, Burrow looks like he's short. Burrow doesn't have the same targets he used to have, so I think Burrow could be a target. Holland hurt already. Tajay Washington out for the season. Yeah. Well, knock on wood. So far, Jalen Ramsey isn't hurt, right? Remember this time last year? It's not a race. Miami is not paying Tua. What's up, Ryan AP? Why don't GMs realize they have the power to end the overpaying? Look how they crushed the running back value by not paying. Yeah, you're correct. So this means that no team is going to pay their quarterback. They're all going to be like in unison and say, you know what, Tua, if you don't sign with Miami, no, you're not going to sign anywhere. You like that girlfriend? You can't have. If I can't have her, you can't have her either. So, what's up, Lou? What the hell? Did you rat somebody out or something?
Well, I figured it's the first day of training camp, and since we're still going to start lying and creating narratives, I might as well come in as Lewis 6'9". You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But what's good, bro?
Not much. I'm just here talking to the people. Let them know that, look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whose fucking agenda, your agenda, my agenda, Peter. Who gives a fuck? At the end of the day, it's not going to affect Chris Greer. We've been doing this for the last 3 years, and we don't move the needle. So quit your whining. Well, not you. I'm talking about people. Quit your fucking whining already. You know what I mean? I know it's the dead. Let's talk about what's really going to happen. What you heard about? I heard Javon Holland is on. Is injured now.
Oh, Javon Holland is on his official hold in. He's holding in.
Oh, that's what it is. He's not hurt.
Nah, well, his injury is called no contract. Have you ever heard of that injury?
Yeah. Tua has that injury.
Yeah, Tua does have that injury. Yeah, Tua and Javon have the same injury. It's called no contract.
Yeah, but at least Tua participated in his, at least a little bit. He's in meetings, so that's important too. Oh man, you think Holland's gonna get his money?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, listen. There's 31 other teams that will be able to pay him.
Yeah, but not us, right?
Yeah, I doubt Miami's going to give it to him, or what he's asking for at least. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if that happens.
I mean, the one beauty of having Jalen Ramsey is that there's a lot of people been saying that it's a matter of when he becomes a safety, because he has all the physical traits for it. So once he starts losing a step or two, kind of like what happened to God damn it, he played with us in the 2019 season, Eric Rowe.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could definitely see Devon Holland. Maybe not so much this season or whatever, but yeah, later on, maybe in his career, absolutely. I think that is definitely a possibility that he can convert and make that transition to safety. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. How was your vacation, by the way?
It was good, Shake. We all know that you're going to Vegas here in the a little bit to get married,
Yeah,
right?
in a month.
So
Next
I'll
month.
tell happy wife, happy life, Shake. So as she was happy for her vacation, her little birthday getaway weekend. So as long as the wifey was happy, bro, I'm happy. So all good. I appreciate you asking that.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, technically we're married already, but just not in the legal sense.
Right.
Yep. When you're with somebody for 12 years, fuck it, you're married.
Oh yeah, you're definitely married. That's the damn sure.
Now it's just official.
Yeah, it's just, bro, all marriage is when you go through it like that is just a piece of paper, right? That's that's all it is, bro. So to your point, after 12 years, like, nah, bro, that's your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is just going to verify. You're going to get a little piece of paper sent to you saying, hey, that's what it is. But for the most part, y'all are a married couple already. Y'all been
yeah. We're gonna let Elvis make it official.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta send y'all pictures when it does happen to Elvis. Too smart. Yeah, damn right. Jess is like two smart men up there. What's up, Jess? How you doing?
Is it Jess or is that Jay Miami? We're still trying to figure that out.
Or True Talk.
Yeah, it could be all three. Shake. Yeah, for sure.
Damn. So, AB, let me ask you a question. Why fuck Gasecki? I agree with you, but why fuck Gasecki? What do you hear El Capitan show earlier today? He thinks there's gonna be 4 running backs carried into the season.
No, bro. I gotta go back and watch that. I missed it.
Yeah. I believe it's gonna be Raheem Mostert, Achan, Jalen Wright, and the guy they got from San Francisco.
Jeff Wilson Jr.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I was saying that I thought Miami was going to keep 7 receivers, and obviously they went and kind of stashing the Taj Washington. So I don't know if they're going to keep 7 now. I mean, I don't know. I guess we're going to keep 4 running backs. The way I always looked at it for me, and I know he doesn't run the ball a lot, but he's in the backfield a lot, which is Alex Ingold. I don't know, like most teams don't carry fullbacks like that. I don't know if you keep 4 running backs plus Eric Ingold as well. That's like 5 in the room.
Yeah.
That's a little too much.
Well, technically, he's not considered a running back. You know what I mean?
What did I miss, Von Joe?
Right.
What's up, fellas?
Look what Von Joe said. Damn.
What does that mean?
What did I miss, Von Joe? What the hell happened?
I think I'm always sensible, man.
Yeah, but I think fullback is its own category, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, yeah. That's what I said. I mean, I know he don't run, but it's lined up in the backfield. Like he's an extension of the back. I just don't know. For me, carrying 4 running backs, and then again.
I mean, how often did they use him though? Let's be honest.
He's on the field a lot though.
Okay, they use them like they use them for like for protections.
Yeah, I like protection, and then like in the I formation or even split back or whatever, he's like a lead blocker and stuff. I just don't know if 4 running backs plus him, because if you think about the way fullbacks were a necessity back in the 80s and 90s football, but when I think of football in 2024 moving forward, I think like fullbacks to me are like dinosaurs. Like I don't know, they're. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying, Crypto. Like I don't know how many teams carry fullbacks in the league.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Because you could get a running back to play that role if you want, be a little bit more versatile.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we even seen Chris Brooks for a little bit play that role last year. Now, it was limited, but he even played it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, man. And by the way, so y'all know,
what's
man.
Good? What's good, Rhino? I see Rhino up there.
Yeah.
What's going on, Rhino?
I go back with I remember first talking to him on Larry's FinFan panel, just like with you and Lewis. Actually, you and Crypto that I met for the first time on Larry's panel. Von Joe too. Von Joe, I think. Was it Von Joe?
Von Joe made the Larry L's Hall of Fame. Shit.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I was like,
yeah, he did. He's on Larry's Hall of Fame.
I'm the Richmond Webb of the Larry's panel. He never makes the Hall of Fame. Never. Nope,
right. You're not getting in the Zach Thomas territory, Shake?
No, because Zach Thomas got in.
That's what I'm saying. You should be in the Zach Thomas territory now, man. It takes time, man.
Yeah, but he closed it down before I got in, so that's some bullshit. I demand a recount.
Yeah, got to open it back up. Hey, Lewis, what's going on with the You got the MS-13 tattoos. What's happening?
Well, Crypto. Like I was telling Shake, we all know that 6ix9ine kind of ratted and snitched, and he was telling lies and stuff. And since it was the first day of Miami Dolphin training camp, I figured it would only be fitting if I became 6ix9ine and I could create lies and narratives. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The 6ix9ine was. Oh yeah, he was ratting out everybody. Oh damn.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Did Mike McDaniel give a press conference today? Anybody know?
I don't know.
I kept zoning out on it, so
I don't know. But Von Joe said, "Damn right, Lewis, first ballot. So put some respect on my name." And all I would say is, Von Joe did make the Hall of Fame on the first ballot, and 2 weeks later, Larry L's show was canceled from YouTube. So that's crazy.
You what?
Yep.
He banned you too?
No, as soon as Von Joe made the Hall of Fame, YouTube ended up taking Larry L's channel away.
Damn.
From him. That's crazy.
Yeah. That goes his Hall of Fame. You got to turn back in your brown jacket.
Damn, it's a brown jacket. It's not even a gold jacket.
Yeah, it's brown.
Hey, by the way, hey, listen, for y'all knowing this, the Currency Connection, we're celebrating 1 year, Currency Connection. We are going to be doing a pick'em league. So more details are going to be coming out. So I'm going to be focusing
YouTube
a lot on
hosting it. I think it's going to be on YouTube, not YouTube, but Yahoo Sports.
Yahoo. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll figure out the best spot, man. And I think week 1 we're going to do the military versus military segment. So that's going to be a good episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been reaching out a little bit to Shake. I was meaning to call you. Talking with Red, White, and Bills a little bit and stuff, and he says he wants to kind of do some things or whatever. And I was thinking, since the Smoke Lounge, especially on Wednesdays, it's kind of smaller panels. Maybe one of these Wednesdays we can get a little special guest. And bring Sean aboard, man.
Yeah,
like
especially
Sean.
before week 2. Yeah, he's frequent the insomnia episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he does. He does come
Yeah,
on.
for sure.
The
Sean's a
Insomniac.
good dude, man. He just roots for the wrong team, man, but he's a good dude.
That's
He's
true.
coming around. We'll convert
Oh
him
man,
soon
that
enough.
shit. By the way, man, if y'all missed insomnia, that shit got wild last week.
Yeah,
So
that was a special edition Insomnia there. That was a
um,
special edition.
Yeah, y'all were
After
live,
dark.
right?
Yep. hmm Yeah, it gets wild when it's live. We go to
yeah, but
about 2. We go to about 3, 4 in the morning. Chill out.
yeah.
Yeah, the live one's been pretty cool.
Then I had to get up the next day and cut my grass and whatever.
Yep.
It was already almost done
Yeah,
anyway.
we can do the whole preseason live. Kind of have a going into the
Insomnia.
season.
Yeah, but it's gonna be at midnight
Cause
instead of 3:00 in the morning.
be at midnight. Yeah, it'd be midnight. And then going into Sunday, because like when the season start, we can do like a special introductory one for the regular season to kick off the season. We can do one on that day because that's Sunday morning.
Yeah, you could probably go Sunday morning because don't Ali go Saturdays? Like, ain't he bringing like?
Yeah, the
XL back?
late night XL. Yeah. He should.
Yeah.
It should. That should be wild.
hmm
And then of course we're gonna do
The late night sale they doing. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if we do live Insomnias, it'll be Saturday night, and then when we do our pick'em shows, it'll probably air Friday night, Saturday morning.
Saturday morning, yeah, because you want it before the game start, before the Germany game.
Yeah, KP
before 9 o'clock.
KP is in the unfortunately right now KP is in the transition of moving. I might talk to him. I might take charge of it for a little bit, and then what I'm saying, and see if I could take charge of it, and then that way he doesn't have to, or somebody could take charge of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because Miss Finn's won last year's, right?
I think she did. Yep. At the end of it. Yep. Well, yeah. If you're talking about the fantasy football.
Yeah. Raphael, he's gonna be representing the Marines.
Yep. The Marine
Nene
side
will
of
be
it. Nene will be the Army. Big Nick will be the Navy, and then Bryson will be Air Force.
I mean, I found out yesterday too that Pam's husband was in the Air Force.
Oh, he was. Okay.
But he's
Chair
very
Force.
Yeah, the Chair Force. What? Let me ask you this question real quick. Let me ask you this question: Why when they talk about the Marines, why are they talking about crayons? Where does that come from? Crayons? Can you know the backstory to that?
No, I don't know the crayons, but the Devil Dog and Jarheads is what we label them. But I don't know. I don't know about. That's my first hand about the crayon story.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody said they was crayons.
Yeah, crayon up, baby.
Crayons up.
Damn, you're saying Joe Riss says they eat crayons. I don't know.
Damn.
Not all equals not very smart. I was like, okay,
that's not. Yeah, that's crayons. Not very smart. Well, that's probably why we start calling them jarheads.
I thought it was because of the haircuts.
There's nothing in there.
Oh, I thought it was because of the haircuts.
Well, I mean that too. That's like a broad term. It's like a fill in the blank term.
Hey, why the hell do you have to shave your head when you go into service?
Well, I know facial hair is so you can get a proper seal on your gas mask. Your gas mask don't seal right when you got facial hair, and when you more uniform cut when you shave the top of your hair to like a millimeter high, or high and tights. But I know definitely the reason why they don't want facial hair is for the gas mask.
Hey, Crypto, how bad is it when they put you in that gas chamber or whatever? Because my cousin was in the Army, right? And
Uh-huh.
after his basic training or whatever, the ceremony or whatever, the family got to go up there and see
Okay.
him or whatever. And
Right.
before the ceremony, they had all the families in like a auditorium type thing, and they were showing pictures and videos of what they had to do in the basic training. And when they put up the video of when they would throw people into the gas chamber or a gas whatever, and they
Hmm.
would have to, they would put them in there first with the mask, let them out. Then I guess you go in
Right.
holding your mask, and then you have to put your mask on, and then it's like 3 or 4 different steps. Why
Yeah.
do they like? How bad is that, Crypto?
It is bad. The crazy thing about it, like certain people, it's weird, got different sensitivities to it. It's like a CS gas, like pepper. It's like concentrated pepper spray, basically, but it's released in gas form, right? So imagine that magnified. I don't know if you ever been pepper sprayed before, but it's kind of like that. It's real irritable. It gets into your senses and your eyes and the glands and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
it
Bro,
and it
Hey,
and
they
it's
were
and,
hey,
showing
and
the
it,
video.
hold on, real quick,
it like
Michael
burns you.
K. Michael K. Are you in
The
here? Because I know
ambassador.
you've been pepper sprayed a few times by women. So how was that like?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Crypto, they were showing the
uh,
videos when I was watching when they
mhm,
were the video people that was like, and I'm not trying to disgust everybody in the chat, but like snot
uh-huh.
and like boogers and stuff coming out of people's
Oh
nose and
yeah,
trying to
it,
them
yeah, it gets in
throwing
your
up and stuff.
sinuses.
Yeah, it
Oh
looks
yeah,
horrible. Yeah.
yeah. Some people, for some reason, it was a couple of the people that was in there with me. It didn't really have that kind of adverse effect on them. Me, it was kind of half and half because I wasn't in there exposed long enough to it. So I just went in there, took off the mask real quick, yelled and screamed some shit they told us to scream, and then got out of there. That was it. But yeah, it's that bad though, Lewis. If you stay in there longer, the worse it gets, and the longer it takes to wear off because it's still in your pores. That shit gets in your skin, and you're like, oh, and you got to freaking pour water all over you to rinse it out and stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you gotta pour water on you, like real cold water to rinse it out real good, you know. But yeah, because the shit gets in your skin. Oh, it's even worse when you sweat, right? Because some of your sweat is oily, and that just magnifies the pepper inside of it. Right, Rhino. It's not going to kill you. It's just miserable. That's the whole point of it. They want you to have that miserable experience, going through it for an extended period of time to kind of get you acclimated to different type of gases.
Damn.
Obviously they're not going to give you nervous gas because that's going to kill you. They don't want to do that. They just want to get it where it's a certain uncomfortable gases to get you used to it. You know, to how important your face mask is, your gas mask is. When it comes to actual gas that can kill you, to make
Hmm.
sure that you seal it and don't let it's airtight. Because if it's not airtight, you a goner. You know, that's the thing. Shit.
How
It's
long
bad. And
does it
those
take you to
gas
put?
masks work. Those gas masks really do work. It's
How long
really,
does it? How long
top
does
of
it
the
take you to
line.
put on the gas mask?
It should be no more than 5 seconds to get a proper seal to put on your mask.
God damn. You seen what Von Joe wrote, Crypto?
Please.
I don't know what he say. What I walked in there, it was a seasoning chamber. Fried chicken.
God damn.
I walked in there, face.
Fried
Damn,
chicken,
Bon Joe, that's
Crypto?
kind of racist. Damn.
Damn. Fried chicken,
Her face
Crypto? That's
poured,
crazy.
Pour
poured the
some
what you
hoocho
call out, Ocho himself.
to
Celebrate.
celebrate. God damn.
God damn, Bon Joe. The fried chicken.
God damn. Fried chicken. Shit.
Damn. Oh, damn. Fried chicken. Goddamn. Went in there. I wasn't going to last that long in that mug, boy. I'm telling you, boy. I was like, grab that mask. Let me put it back on. It said, nope, don't put it on. You got to leave it off. People trying to hold their breath and close their eyes. It was like, it wasn't working. That shit wasn't working at all. I remember one time I went in there, Lewis. On one of the other ones I went, this was the Navy one, where I forgot to I inhaled too quick. I was breathing and that shit got into my freaking nostrils, and I was like, that's when it got me, and it stung so bad. I was like, that's what started making me coughing like real bad because it got into my nose and stuff.
Cruz Ruiz says he
I
broke
was trying to
the
hold my
seal too
breath.
early, and he thought he was gonna die.
Yeah, he broke the seal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Louis Cruz. I'm telling you, you break that seal, they that's the importance about it. Yeah, once you break that seal, it's a wrap. Yeah, break that seal too early. You're taking it off, and people got water, and people coughing, like you said, Louis. People out there vomiting and shit. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
vomit.
that shit
It was
was
my
crazy. They were showing all the
people
families
vomiting.
they were showing all the
Mhm.
families the videos and shit, and we were all sitting there like, God damn, what the fuck is bro? Everybody, it looked like straight torture. People coming out of there
Yeah,
crying and throwing up and
yeah.
just snot running everywhere. I was like, oh my God, what
It is true concentrated tear gas. It's like
that shit
the
is,
highest form of it.
bro? It's unhumane, is what it
Is
is.
that the shit they put in
But
like when
yeah,
the
but see the
writers?
thing is, they got these. They have this little cooking thing, right? It's like a plate. You can see the drill sergeants in there breaking the tablets and stuff, or the combination of what the tablets, and it's this little heating thing that make the room gas up. So they just constantly breaking tablets over and over and again. And if you're at the front of the line, you're not getting the real full concentration of the room. But if you at the back, those are the ones that really feel it because it's like super saturated at that point. The chamber. It's like the doors and windows are sealed off, and they study breaking tablets in there, and they laughing their ass off because they got their gas masks on, obviously.
right, the
But
whole time,
everybody
right.
there don't. Yeah, they got their gas masks on, so it ain't phasing them a bit.
Well,
So they breaking the damn tablets in there, gassing up the room.
Crypto, don't they go by like time limits though? Don't they like put you in for a certain amount of time and then let you out? Or
Yeah,
is there?
yeah, it's a time limit. Yeah, they keep you. They'll bring you in there first with your mask. Like what Cruz saying, you have your mask on already, and then they tell you to remove it.
Right.
And then they count.
The second time you go in, you don't have your mask on. You have to like put it on while you're in there, correct? Right.
Right, to try to get a seal real quick.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You do the reverse. Yep. Exactly. It was fun though. I was like, damn, this is crazy, bro. They were laughing their asses off at us. What Big Nick say?
Name, rank,
serial number, walk out. Oh yeah, that was part of it. Big Nick, yeah. Shit.
So what does that mean though?
No, just you just say your whole name, what rank you are, and then you just give them your serial number on your dog tag or whatever your serial number is, or hell, or last four. I mean, it varies what they tell you to spit out, or read. Like the Navy tried to get us to say sing a goddamn, what was the hell they was telling us to do? It was longer, it was like a phrase or something.
Damn, they had Crypto in that bitch trying to sing the Miami Dolphin fight song. That's what
sing the fight song. It was like singing songs and shit. Like what the hell? Singing something.
They had him sing. What's that? That's on Lean on Me. They had him sing the school song.
Oh, the school song on the movie. Yeah. I wouldn't have made it out of that. That would have fell out. Sing the school song in English and in Spanish. Oh man, imagine if one of them would have had a bullhorn and told us to sing the song. Oh damn. Boy, that was part. It had to be one of their best times to really get us as recruits, to like really have a ball with us, because they could make us do push-ups into the sun and PT us to till we fall out. But when we got in that gas chamber, that was like a next level with them. That shit was something, bro. That was wow. I was a little nervous the first time, but I was like, man, have anybody died in this?
How many times did you do it, Crypto?
I did it twice. That's why I knew what to expect the second time around. Yeah.
Once in the Army, once in the Navy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I did it twice.
What's up?
So I knew what to expect the second time. That's the thing.
Damn, I thought Crypto was just jumping in line trying to do it over and over again. Like,
oh hell no! Jumping back in line, like, give me some more of this. I want some more, Drill Sergeant.
Damn,
hell
Big Nick said he did it 3 times.
God damn.
3 times.
He must have been that bad at it then.
Oh yeah, he must exactly. They probably sitting back like, no, you ain't been here long enough.
Well,
you got 2 more times.
I went through it. It was twice.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had us repeat our name, rank, but then they had us say some other line that was, like
right.
six
I'm trying to
words.
remember. It was something crazy the Navy made me say. I'm like,
well,
man,
I was in the Army.
This is freaking crazy. Yeah,
I was in the Army, and it was. You come out coughing, spitting, hacking, trying not to rub your eyes because all that did was make it worse.
Make it worse, exactly, because the oil in your hands will get into the glands. Yep. Because they knew they make you say a certain thing when you're saying that your mouth and stuff is open and you got air coming in and out. So
and
you're
breathing. Yeah, you're
breathing.
And you're sucking that stuff in, not trying to hold your breath or anything. And
hey, Crypto, can you please explain to me what the silver bullet is?
The silver bullet.
That's what whatchamacallit,
Raphael said Crypto wanted the silver bullet, and I'm just trying to figure out with a lot of men in the service, what does he mean by silver bullet? I'm just trying to figure. I need a little clarification on that.
I don't know. That's a Marine thing. I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about.
Crypto out here looking for silver bullets. Oh shit!
Well,
what is he, a werewolf? He fighting werewolves or something?
Well,
it could be.
I don't know about that, but see, I know in the Army, you had a weapon. You did not have a gun. And it was basically,
exactly. Yeah.
Because this is my weapon, this is my gun, this one's for killing, this one's for fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
we did adopt that for Marines, though.
Hey, Michael K says his old lady has a silver bullet, so it makes sense. Again, I'm trying to figure out what this silver bullet is.
I don't know.
Like I said, they hunt in the Marines. They hunt for werewolves.
As a fan,
hey,
no, Von Joe. That Raphael suggested that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure
I have no idea what the silver bullet is.
That's what I was thinking, Von Joe. Why is Crypto looking for the silver bullet? I need a little clarification on that.
I'm not looking for no silver bullet. That's them devil dogs.
Damn,
shit.
Bad.
How's everyone doing?
I had to go. I don't even think the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket said something about the silver
Big Nick,
bullet.
Big Nick, do you still have the same number, Big Nick? Let me know in the chat, if you do, I'll send it to your text message.
Everyone doing good?
Papa Paul, yeah. You said you went in. What year you did yours in?
My boot camp was in 80.
Okay.
Fort Dix in the late 80s.
Late 80s, okay. Fort
Dix,
okay.
It was 88.
Oh damn!
Man, I went in. I went in 94.
Hey, Crypto.
Yep. So
Crypto,
6 years.
The homie Q said the silver bullet hitting Crypto's sweet spot. What does he mean by that, Crypto?
The silver bullet.
I don't know. It sounds like Q is speaking from experience.
Y'all aren't into the extracurricular activity, obviously. The silver bullet is a little vibrator.
Oh shit!
What's up, Big Nick?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like
I want to explain about
knows
what I want to explain about it 3 times. So yeah, like you guys, I went twice in boot camp, right? You go twice. And the 3rd time, because
so it's total 4 for me then.
The Navy provides the medical services for the Marines, and I got stationed with the Marines as part of my permanent duty. I had to go through what's called FMF, Fleet Medical Force, which is training with the Marines on how to be out in the field. So I had to go through it again once in that school.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
So you had to go through it with them.
No,
and most likely, like when Lewis asked earlier, is there a timer? It's not really a timer. So in the Navy, right, you may have 30 people to your company, right, and so you all 30 are inside this particular place, and depending on how they set it up, most likely it's by lines. So the first line,
Yeah,
take
each
your
squad
helmet,
line.
take your
Yeah.
mask off, right? Then you go down to the 10 in that line, and then you come to the next line, take your tail, like that. But your ass better not run out of there. You better not run out. You better walk out
no,
like nothing
Or
has
no.
happened.
they're gonna make you go back in. Yeah.
Like nothing has happened. And you don't want to be the guy
Well,
out there when they walk outside, you don't want to be the guy on the ground puking up and hollering and gasping for breath. You don't want to be that guy.
well, to
Oh, they
set the
gonna
story,
humiliate you. That's all that is, Big Nick. They're gonna humiliate you.
Crypto, to set the story straight with me, I was in boot camp for 13 weeks. I never actually made it in the Army because of my problems with my feet and my ankles and stuff.
Right.
I actually should have never even went to boot camp. They asked me if I was born with club feet. I told them not that I know of, even though I knew I was.
Oh damn, you was a reset. 13 weeks in the Army, you was a
Yeah.
reset.
Yeah, I was trying to stay in. I wanted to be in, but there was one morning I got up out of bed after trying to, because I had problems passing the running test with my ankles and stuff. And one morning I got up out of bed, stood up, and hit the ground because I couldn't even feel my feet.
Damn.
So that's why that's what
you in 2015 to 2022.
No,
Is that the time you service? No, 8-bit in the chat.
Oh,
8-bit said 2015 to 2022.
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between a weapon and a gun, right? So you're absolutely right. We call it weapons in the military.
Yes.
And I remember when I was training with the Marine Corps, we had an E9, right, who was our instructor. And his biggest thing was, if you can manage to take the weapon away from your buddy and bring it to me, oh my God, you should have seen the people like, you weren't letting that weapon get away so we could go to gunning, man.
And see, when I was in boot camp and all, you didn't have a buddy. You had friends, but not a buddy.
No battle buddies. Y'all didn't do the battle buddy thing?
No buddy whatsoever. A buddy.
We had graduated by that time. We weren't in boot camp no more.
But a buddy is one who goes to town, gets 2 blowjobs, and comes back to gives you 1. That's a buddy.
I ain't never had a buddy.
Damn. I never had that. That's probably what Michael K used to.
This is all the stuff that the drill sergeant. This is all the stuff I remember from the drill sergeant and stuff.
Crypto, did you say booty buddy? Is that what you said?
No, battle buddy.
Oh, I thought you said booty buddy. I thought you said booty buddy for a minute. Oh shit.
Man, well, you mind that, Louis. Battle buddies. They call them battle buddies.
I almost
you couldn't go nowhere without your battle.
I almost dropped my phone.
Booty buddies.
No, battle buddies in the
that was not co-ed, though.
Hey, listen,
we had no women in there.
Battle buddies are in the military. Booty buddies are in Sing Sing.
Or in Vietnam. Oh man. Oh, battle buddies, man.
Or Alcatraz. When it was
everybody on your side.
Field exercise.
Your battle buddy. You don't give a fuck if you don't give a fuck if you just met this dude 2 seconds ago. That's your battle buddy if he's on your side.
What the fuck is going on?
We're talking about battle buddies, Tony. Lewis is talking about booty buddies.
Crypto out here talking about silver bullets. It's crazy.
When I was released, I was actually released on what they call an ELS, entry level separation. If you go back and look, I was never in the service.
Oh, they didn't give you the veteran? I think
right.
you 18
took that
months.
oath twice. You took that oath 2 times. I respect you for that.
Right. Yeah, you took it. Yeah, exactly. You took it twice.
Well,
and plus 18 months to give you full veteran status, Papa Paul.
Well, it was 13 weeks.
A lot of people believe that once you swear in, that's over. No, you can still back out after that first swear in.
After
that second one,
yeah.
The second one, oh, you can give your give your soul to Jesus.
Yeah,
the thing
they call it conscientious objector is what it's called.
Because your ass belongs to the government.
and what I found out, trying to pass the running test, what I found out though, if I could have got through boot camp and passed the running test, I could have got a medical excuse to do a biking test, which at the time I used to bike all day.
God
I used to
damn.
bike at least 26 to 36 miles a day easily.
Did he missed out on military parties? He wouldn't
But
have made it.
I just couldn't pass
He'd
that
have ran
damn
him
running
up out of
test with
there.
my ankles and feet the way they were.
Mm.
I wanted to be in, but they didn't want me.
Hey, my 2 best days in boot camp only came once apiece. One of them was graduation day because that shit was over. And the second one was about in our 4th or 5th week. We had what was called an earthquake drill, where you're supposed to get down and get up under your bunks. But they didn't want to tell you they was letting you chill and go to sleep and take a nap. They just called it the earthquake drill. Man, I'm telling you, that was the best day of my life in boot camp. 5 weeks straight,
Earthquake.
getting up early in the morning to go eat breakfast and don't going back to bed till about 10:30.
Yeah, you get to sleep in
And
a
then-
lot longer on that last night before graduation.
Well, then, you know, especially the first week or so, they're waking you up, you know, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then sending you to these classes where you're sitting listening to someone talk in a melodramatic voice and stuff, trying to put you to sleep. And if you close your eyes one bit, you had to stand up in position. And I mean, I've seen so many people just, I'm sitting there holding my eyes open with my damn fingers trying to make sure I was.
I almost went a full cycle without Firewatch when I was in there. I don't know how I managed to pull it out. But
I don't know either.
I was managed to go the whole cycle without a Firewatch.
I don't know about your Firewatch, but all that shit is psychological. Because after my second Firewatch, I figured out that the company commander don't even sleep in this building. I'm going to go to sleep again. I'm going to sit down and I'm getting me some sleep for a minute.
Oh, no. See,
we
during boot
afford
camp,
that with our DSs. Our drilling DIs was like on us.
In boot camp, there was always one DS that spent the night with you in the building, and if you fell asleep, they came looking for your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you better not fall asleep. It's over.
They had at least one guy roaming the whole building.
And then if you fell asleep and they came looking for your ass, the whole company got woke up, and your ass was hated then.
Yeah, they wake everybody up. They turn the lights on.
I remember one time in boot
Scott
camp,
fell asleep on Firewatch. You all is dead. You all are dead. They're like your dead drills, you know. They wake everybody up because your Firewatch just went to sleep. You're dead.
I don't know what we did wrong this one particular day, but see what y'all call a drill instructor, we call a company commander. So our company commander was coming off a year where he was voted company commander of the year of the Navy, right? He was the top one. And I don't know what we did wrong. I don't know what we did wrong that particular day, but all I remember is coming back to the barracks and him making us put on every piece of military gear that the government provided to us. And he stuck us all in the shower. Now, this was pea coats on, this was top coat on, this was our watch cap on, this is our socks on, everything. Put us in the shower and beat us for 45 minutes.
Damn, that was the company commander that did that?
Yeah. And what we mean by beat is work you out, punish you, push you out.
Yeah.
Jumping jack, squat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because, even in the 80s, you know, they couldn't do 1/4 of the things they used to do to you back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the 60s, right, yeah. Much more hands-on approach.
How are we supposed to get Mr. Negative the chat or the link?
I could give it to him if he wants. And
well, I don't think he's on Twitter no more.
No, really?
Not.
No,
Crypto,
I don't think he's on Twitter.
Did y'all ever have anyone in boot camp in your company or your platoon? Did you have anyone that you guys had to help through and take care of or anything?
At the beginning, yeah, we did. Kind of like our Goma pal at the beginning, and then midway through, then it was kind of, you know.
We had this one guy. I don't remember. I don't know exactly how old he was or anything. He was a kid still, just like the rest of us. I was actually 20 when I tried going in. we had to shave him literally because his beard was so rough, hard, and thick. We would have to shave him literally 3 times a day.
You grew back that fast?
Hey,
it was still like
what?
It was still like stubbles. It was like that shit didn't want to come off.
What the blades they gave him didn't work?
Out of here.
No, it was just the way his body was or something. And he was sort of not all there either.
Yeah, no, we used to help him with training stuff. Now we never did like personal helping. We did like
making y'all
helping them with them
in the service.
We had to
I never did that. But
we had to make sure he was clean shaven, or we all got in trouble.
Oh hell no!
I never had to do that as far as the shaving part. I helped like them with get through drills or obstacles with stuff like that. We used to have to do.
Yeah, listen, I'm not shaving.
Yeah.
I love this country just like the next man. I'm not shaving another goddamn man. I'm telling you that right now. I ain't doing it.
Lewis would have been out. They would have been out of P days again.
Damn. Who left?
Crypto disappeared.
Oh shit.
So what's going on, Big Nick?
Help them out. Like help people out learning how to swim. No, we had to help people swim, get through the swim drills and stuff.
Yeah, that too.
Oh man, let me tell you about that day. I can swim, but I cannot float. I cannot tread water. I can't do that shit. I can't wade. I cannot. I don't know why. So you jumping off an 18-foot diving board into a probably a 36-foot deep pool, and you have to wade until they blow the whistle. And I can't wade, so of course
5
I
minutes,
sank right almost to the bottom. And all of a sudden,
I think it was 5 or 10 minutes, Nick.
Pole coming in the water to pull me back out. So I knew
I think you had to do it for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Well, see,
so what we had to do was, since I couldn't wade, then you had to float on your back for 10 minutes.
Right.
That's how
we had to jump in the water with a full rucksack and everything, and go down to the bottom, take it all off, and then get up to the top.
I never jumped in with a rucksack.
We couldn't start undoing anything until we hit the bottom.
Oh no! See, that's why I went to the Navy.
What?
We had to do.
You was in the Marines?
No, Army.
Which one you was? The Army? And they made you do that in the Army?
Yeah.
We never did the dunk drills in the Army. I was infantry, so we never had to do that.
Well, they did back in
high crawl through the mud and under freaking Constantine wire.
Oh yeah, we did all that too.
The infiltration course was a mess.
I remember when we were out.
And I guarantee you this, and I put this up against the Marine Corps, the Air Force, and the Navy. And the Army, right? Anybody that went to Navy boot camp and had to put out that ship fire as a drill, that's the hardest shit you're gonna do in boot camp. Putting out a fire on side of a metal structure supposed to be a ship.
Yeah.
Dog.
Oh yeah.
I put that up against anything the Marines, the Army, or the Air Force got to do in boot camp. That shit is crazy.
Well, I
now,
know when
our FTX exercise at the end was pretty brutal, though, Nick. That 20-mile road march we went on, that was brutal. That broke you. that shit was no joke. That road march was crazy.
I remember when we were out on a bivouac one time, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, got this itch on the back of my leg, and I rolled my pants up, and I'm looking at it. I squeezed at it, pulled out a thorn that was about 1.5 inches long. I had no idea where the hell it came from, but I know it came from crawling around out there somewhere.
Man, that was tough, man. You know what I'm talking about? I had like 5 different Charlie horses, 5 cramps. I have to walk. Soon we got in. That's when I was like, oh, man, I couldn't even walk no more.
Yep.
Now, when I went on my 18-mile hunt with all my gear with the Marines, the worst part about it was stopping and starting because of the blisters on your foot. And, And you learn a couple of tricks because you first you go on a 2-mile walk, then you go on a 4-mile walk, then you go on a 6-mile
They
walk,
build you
then the
up. Yeah,
8-mile
they try
hump,
to build you up
and
to
then
the big
finally
one.
set you up for the 18-mile one. So you learn these little tricks like, yeah, you got to have your sleeping bag, you got to have your utility equipment, you got to have your helmet, you got to have your weapon, you got to have your ammo, right? So all that shit weight. But what you don't have to
Yeah.
have is 12 pair of socks. So they
Oh yeah, they
encourage
make
you
you
to
change
bring,
your socks
to
in
change
midway
your socks.
through.
They encourage
Yeah,
you to
we
bring
had to
some
change
change of
ours.
socks. But I gotta lighten this load some kind of way. So imagine your socks are sweaty, you know, starting to get blisters, you're stopping, and you don't have a change of socks, and you got to start back up.
Yeah, you have to stay in the prone position on the side of the road, eat, and then get started again. Change your socks, your boots, or whatever. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, blisters were an issue.
And
I don't.
if you take a swallow out that canteen, you either got to dump it out or you got to finish it.
Right, because the
You ain't
water
gonna be
trucks are
around
kind of
here
trail
and
behind
we
you.
trying to
Yeah.
do discipline. We trying to do discipline, and you squashing it with your canteen. That ain't gonna work. Soon as you take a swallow out of that canteen, you either got to drink it all or you got to pour it out.
Or yeah.
Hey, well, let me ask you this. I mean, it's already been almost 45 minutes. I'm not trying to change the subject, but
Yeah,
just real quick, it's
Yeah.
first day of training camp.
yeah,
Nick,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Papa Paul, anybody?
Yep.
Like anybody's thoughts of first day of training camp? Anything y'all
I'm
heard that caught y'all's
I say
ear
another
or
day at the
eye?
office.
Hey, Fred,
More
we're
politicking from
gatekeeping.
Tyreek.
Hey, Fred, we're gatekeeping. So yeah, you ain't getting the link.
Fred said
But go ahead.
gatekeeping. Well, Lewis, I would say, I think it's another day at the office type of a day, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm just saying, anything that caught your eye, maybe McDaniel's press conference that caught you, or players or
I haven't
things you
finished
heard,
that one.
anything.
I haven't got a chance to listen to McDaniel's conference yet.
I did. I almost drove into traffic.
Okay.
Fell
Oh,
asleep.
damn,
How
put you to
about
sleep.
you, Nick or Papa Paul? Anything
I,
catch
I
y'all's eye?
listened to some of Tyreek's. I listened to some of Tyreek, and when Tyreek downplayed talking about his personal goals and what he wanted to do as far as team goals, that's telling me that this team is focused. It's focused on a goal. They understand the talent that they have. They understand the opportunity that they have in front of them, and it also tells me that he has every confidence that this is going to get done with Tua. And I'm telling you guys, I'm predicting it right now: 13-4 Super Bowl champs.
Well, I know for me,
Hmm.
one of the players' interviews that kind of caught my attention, and it was brought to my attention today by, I forgot who said it, but it was the Jordan Poyer interview. And
yes.
Jordan Poyer was spot on, bro. I
Yep.
liked that. I liked everything about what he said. He basically called this team that he's been, an opponent for the past couple of years in Buffalo. He basically called us front runners, which I agree with up to this point. When everything is going perfect, running backs are hitting holes, wide receivers are catching passes, offensive line is blocking, Coach McDaniel and Tua are cooking, both from a calling the play perspective and Tua executing the play. When everything is perfect, Miami is one of the best teams in this league, and they are very hard to beat. But Jordan Poyer's point was, when the offensive line is not blocking so great, when the running backs ain't hitting every hole and touching their heads on the goalpost, when Tyreek is not catching 50, 60-yard bombs from Tua, right? When the little adversity hits, he said, and these are his words, not mine, the Miami Dolphins fold. He was spot on in that. He was spot on. Again.
And what was the one thing, in my opinion, after hearing that, I did hear that. What was the one thing in your opinion that McDaniels and Greer did to fix that? I can tell you what it is for me, is that he brought in a lot of high level veterans who have been in that position before, who can talk those young guys, because we have had a very young team. Who may not handle adversity as well, at that particular time. But he went and addressed that by bringing in high value veteran leaders, including a Poirier, including the tight end Smith on the other side, including Calais Campbell, Fuller, Ramsey. It's a lot of veteran leadership on this team now to kind of keep these young core, focused and understand that there's going to be some adversity.
I mean, I would agree with that as
No,
well.
Lewis, I would agree with you.
Absolutely.
No, I agree with Lewis. Point blank, what Poyer said was that we would worry about one play that didn't work or something and keep thinking, instead of letting it go, get out of our head and playing the game like we should be playing. It's stuck in our heads, and that's what's killing us. Stuff like that. That is some of the things that's killing us.
Right.
It's just continue to. These guys have to learn to just continue to play the game, not think about what has happened or what didn't happen. Just keep going forward. Quit thinking about the past. The past is the past. You got to keep stepping forward. And that's what Poyer was talking about in the whole interview, because I read the whole article.
I mean, if you think about it, if you think about it, we cover from every position group, top to bottom, with veteran leadership that can kind of coach this young dynamic core that we have. And keep, I mean, with the exception of maybe quarterback, but I would hope that the quarterbacks coaches would be that presence. But for running back, you got Raheem Mostert. For the offensive line, you got the left tackle. For the receivers, you got Tyreek, and even better, you got Odell. For the tight ends, you got Jonnu. For the defensive line, you got Calais and Zach, and the linebackers, and the safeties. We're covered, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, I get all that. I agree with mostly all that, but there, and again, I love this team, but I gotta call a spade a spade. Sometimes I hear about, and I agree with, like, the veteran presence is going to be able to help, but that can only take you so far, right? Like, to use the guys up here that were talking about the service, right? I'll say it like this. There's a lot of people that have success stories like Crypto, like Nick, like, a lot of other people that thrive in that kind of environment, right? But there's also stories of people that don't survive in that still, and again, with that mindset of the service, a tough mental, they're getting you prepared for any situation, right? The people that crumble. I do think that there are some players on this football team that I don't think you can help like that. I think that they're always going to be a little, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say hesitant, but again, bro, listen. I'm trying to be as fair as I can here. We all know, and a lot of us have grown up in different environments and stuff like that. But when you interact with somebody or you see somebody enough, you know if that person mentally is a dog or if that person is like more pussycat, like pussyfooting around and stuff. And again, if I'm gonna be honest, we do have some pussyfooting motherfuckers on this team. It is what it is. I don't know how much veteran presence or leadership can because I heard Jalen Ramsey's interview, right? And I forgot how the question was posed to Jalen Ramsey, but his words, not mine. These are the words that came out of that man's mouth. Ain't no player, ain't no man, ain't no coach, ain't no nothing gonna have to get me ready to play. He said there's nothing that a coach can tell me to get me motivated or to get me more amped up to play this game and stuff. Now, again, we all been a part of conversations where certain players, when the narrative was, and I'm not even talking about the player, I'm not blaming the player here. I'm just saying how we used to have conversations. A lot of people would be like, well, the coach has to do a better job of making him feel himself or make him be something he's not. No, this is where, when we talk about Tua, for me, I've always said, Mike McDaniel has been great for Tua. But Mike McDaniel is not the sole reason that Tua Tagovailoa is playing well the past 2 seasons. It's because Tua Tagovailoa has put in the work. Tua Tagovailoa has gotten better. Like, Mike McDaniel can praise him and smack him in the back of his ass and do all the chummy stuff. None of that shit matters when Tua is in between them lines throwing the balls, right? Like, it can only go so far. I just,
No,
when I
I was
heard
gonna
Jordan Porter, all I'm saying is I agree with Nick. I think the veteran presence on this team, like the Calais came, all the guys he mentioned, I agree with 1,000%. The only thing I would push back a little bit is that only goes so far, right?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it ultimately has to be on these other guys to not only buy into the message that these veterans are selling, but you got to put your best foot forward and be on the same page, right? Because those words ain't going to get you through the adversity, bro.
I agree with you, Lewis. I agree with you on that. I mean, that's one thing I'll be the first one to say I was not a huge Tua fan, but watching his working the way he improved himself each off season, working out during the off season, and the things he did to improve himself each off season kept going is what makes me like him more now than when we first drafted him and stuff. His work ethic. And, it's like, honestly, I don't know if y'all saw the little video where the first day of training camp for all of them on Tuesday where they're coming in we're back, and stuff like that. Everyone looked like they were glad to be there, except one person that I saw that his face looks like that quite often when he's going in the building. Maybe it's just the way he is. I don't know. And that's Javon Holland. He just looked like he didn't want to be there. I love the guy as a player. But my first impression on something like that, it just looked like he didn't want to be there. Everyone's like, hey, year number 5, year number 8, this, all this other stuff. And he's just walking in, just looks like he's got a pouty face on and going in. Doesn't say anything really.
Bill's fake crowd noise. I don't know where you heard anyone up here say that we need our quarterback to be tougher. Not one time did I even mention a quarterback, at least for me. I'm only speaking for myself. Yeah. I said team.
Nobody said that.
I
team.
said players,
yeah, right.
and I said team. I never said quarterback. I never said Tua. I actually praised Tua for how he's played well. I give him credit. Again, does Tyreek help that situation? Absolutely. Does Mike McDaniel help that situation? Absolutely. But no, bro. Tua Tagovailoa has made the improvements himself. Tua has gotten better.
That's 100% true. They've also designed an offense that will bring out his best abilities too. Mike McDaniel does have a part into that improvement.
He's talking to Raphael Lewis.
Right. I was about to say. I know I didn't say.
I was doing something. I had to handle some business, so that's why I dropped. But I wanted to address what you were saying lastly before I dropped, Lewis. With all that being said, you're absolutely right about that. You spot on. See, the reason I don't mind having this type of conversation because it's real criticism, right? It's not neglecting the fact that this happens to every team, or it's a real criticism.
Right.
But I will ask you, as a rational fan who loves this team, I'm not telling you to take away the injuries that have cost us the last 2 years. I'm asking you to at least have some credible backups, right? Some backups to those players to mitigate some of those injuries. From your honest assessment, if we would have just had that, where would we have been these last 2 years?
Oh, I listen. To be fair, I do think the results would have been better. If we didn't have the amount of injuries last year that we had, again, am I going to say we were AFC championship game bound or Super Bowl bound?
Don't even take the injuries out. Don't even take the injuries out. Just give us adequate backups.
Well, yeah, I would say.
Right, you just got to make sure it's not a big drop off in that sense.
Right, I would say, Nick, to answer your question, I would say yeah. In that question, I would say yeah. I think Miami does win the division. I would at least say that. Absolutely.
So the reason I bring that up because all of the injuries that you did know, we're right there. Let's get rid of these injuries. Let's get rid of these injuries. Let's do something. Let's finally have the football God shine some light on us and say, you know what? We're going to go back to 2019 where you guys had no injuries, and we're going to treat this dynamic team just like that.
1,000%, I'm with you. I'm with you 1,000%. Absolutely. And I do like
Fellas,
the
what's
depth
good,
on
yo?
the team.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Who's this?
I'm trying
I'm
to figure
hearing
out who that is.
voices.
I'm trying to
I'm
figure out
hearing
who that is
voices
with
and
this
stuff. I'm
this
trying to
Lewis
figure out
name on
who's
it.
this.
And I see who that is. Snitch Nine Lewis.
I know I
Well,
watched.
well,
I know I watched The Exorcist the other day, and I'm hearing voices coming out of the same person. Who's it?
well,
Voices I'm hearing out of Tony. He's
Tony.
like a
The reason I
possessed.
got 6ix9ine up there, right, is because
Snitch.
we know he snitched and lied at the same time. And since today was the first day of camp, and I thought we were going to hear a lot of lies and narratives, I figured I might as well come out as a liar, bro.
That's 6ix9ine.
Alright.
I'm
Hey,
just trying to
but
join the party. You know what I'm saying?
nah, you good. On the topic,
Lewis was practicing his MS-13 impersonation.
man, it's 13 now. That man would never. I have to respectfully disagree with Lewis and Nick's take because I can't point out one game that the backup cost us. Then they were the reason that we lost. I just can't figure it out. I don't think our backups was coming up short, and majority of them was on the defense, and the defense didn't play bad in neither one of the games that we needed, except for let's say the Baltimore Ravens. But other than that, I can't put my finger on any of the backups that was the
Right.
cause of us losing those games. I just can't.
Right. Well, I think that was for more what Nick kind of put me into. I was going to lean more towards the injury. I think, again, let's just keep one guy on the field. Let's keep Connor Williams healthy all 17 games. I do think we win one out of those last 4 or whatever. We needed one game to win the division. I think, again, just one guy. I'm just saying, if Connor Williams stays on the field all 17 games, I think we are one game better than we were last year.
So
I think
who
Connor Williams was
who do we
worth at
beat,
least one
Buffalo
game.
or Baltimore?
Well, again, but we also lost to Tennessee.
But that
So
wasn't in the last 4 games. You said in the last 4.
Tennessee was
again,
the last 4.
What
Well,
Tennessee?
even
You
if
talking
they
about
come
last
in the
4
last
losses,
four,
Lewis? I think
It
you're
was
talking about the
Dallas.
losses.
Wasn't it
I think
That's
you're
not
Dallas?
talking
even
about the
the issue.
losses.
It was the Jets,
That's not
Dallas,
even the issue. That's
Baltimore,
not even the
and
issue.
Buffalo.
right? Well, maybe
Okay,
not
No,
so
we
much
beat
even
Dallas.
the last couple games.
That's what I'm saying.
not
But that's
even-
the last 4. So we won 2 and lost 2 in
Right.
the last 4. So I was saying,
Right.
which
Okay.
other one did we lose?
Don't
did we win?
don't even quote me, Tony, on the last 4 or 5 games. I'm just saying, out of the games when we
The
needed,
last
when
4
you
losses.
look at the total season, you needed one game, right?
Mhm.
Whatever game it could have been, I think if Connor
It
Williams
had
was
that.
on the
What I'm
field, we would
saying,
have
Louis,
got
it
that
had
one
to be
game.
either
Wait,
Buffalo.
Tony, because it's mine that you disagree with, right?
Yeah.
So the reason I said don't take the injuries out of it and replace the injuries, replace the people that came in for the injured with adequate backup people. Because there's no doubt about it. We were
Right.
deficient
Not have
when
a
it came to
backup
our depth.
drop off is what you're saying, Nick.
We
Not have a
was
backup
deficient when it
drop off
came
is
to our
what you're
depth
trying to say.
last year. There was a huge drop off from Connor Williams to Liam Eichenberg. There's no disputing that, right? So the point of the exercise
Right,
is
but
what I'm
Tony's
saying.
point that Liam cost us a game.
That's
I think
my
that's
point.
what Tony's
Thank you.
saying.
My point is,
that's not the point of the exercise, right?
but
Tony,
you have to
you
put
are a
that
true
in because
Dolphin
if you're
fan.
saying
Here it is, right here, Tony. I'm just gonna ask you straight up. You're a true Dolphin fan. If you eliminate the injuries from the past 2 years, just go with me. Eliminate the injuries from the past 2 years. Where's your Miami Dolphins team in those 2 years?
I cannot
Yeah,
say
that's a
that.
mystery.
Yes, you
That's
can.
hard to answer.
I can't because
Yes, you can.
no, I can't. Okay,
No,
let
you
me tell you
can't.
why I can't say that. So
You can
the
say our
guys that were
probability
man.
of winning
hold
those
on,
games
wait a
is
minute,
higher, but doesn't
wait
mean
a
we
minute,
win them.
Crypto.
I
The
can
guys
give
that
you
were
that.
injured last season, most of them wasn't injured the season before, and we still lost. We lost in the first round. So I just can't say that it was going to be a big change. And furthermore, those guys were also there when we went on the year prior. We went on that 5-game losing streak.
Hey,
All
Tony,
those guys were
Tyreek
there.
don't hurt his ankle against Tennessee.
Yeah, Connor was
Where's
there.
your team? Where's your team, Tony?
I don't know. Tyreek
If
been
Tyreek don't
No.
hurt his ankle against Tennessee, is your team 11-6?
Possibly yes. I don't see why.
And,
What?
and wait, I got to jump in on this. I got to jump in.
No. Tyreek was there most of the game, and the offense couldn't do nothing. They scored and they did things when the defense got them turnovers.
I mean,
We was
that's
up
a
by
fact.
14.
That
What
is
are
a
you
fact.
talking about?
Okay, I
Right, Nick,
gotta.
but we were up
Big
by
Nick,
14
it
because
doesn't.
they
Tyreek don't
gifted
get
us
his
the ball at the
ankle.
5-yard line
No,
and 10-yard line
hold on,
on
Crypto.
back-to-back possessions.
Don't move the goalpost now, Big Nick. At first you said if Tyreek don't sprain his ankle. So I brought to you and I said Tyreek was the majority of the game when they weren't doing nothing.
That's
the
not
offense wasn't
true.
doing
We was
nothing.
up
That is a fact.
14.
Okay,
That is
but
a
you
fact.
see,
Okay,
this is what
But
you
we
said.
were
only up
getting ready to
14
blow
at
them
the end
out.
of the
Hold on.
game.
Hey, listen. If you listen to understand instead of listen to respond, you will see what I'm saying. Those 14 points came because the defense got turnovers in the opposing team
That
red
is a
zone.
fact.
Man,
That's a fact.
Right at the
So
10-yard
what we
line,
talking
basically.
about
we
here?
was
The offense was trash. I was there personally. The offense was trash
Offensive
the
line
whole
was
game.
I
bad
mean,
for
that
3.5
is a
quarters.
I
fact.
was there
Like,
too.
I
I
don't
was
get
there
what game were
too.
you watching?
I
the
was there
Tyreek
too.
injury happened early on in the game, man.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No.
All right, cool.
Tyreek
No,
was
you
going in
not.
and out of the game
Look,
Yeah, he
at the
kept. I
end of
don't
the
get what.
game.
Yeah, really. No, he wasn't.
We got to remember, Nick, we were struggling the whole game, 3.5 quarters. We didn't have an offensive
Exactly.
touchdown.
Tyreek
I
was
mean,
there for most
Tony
of the
is
game.
right
Look,
with the Tennessee
he was.
game. We were
He
trash.
was. I was
The
there at the
offense was trash.
Tennessee game as well, and honestly, because of a lot of the play calls and stuff like that, I don't think we still would have won it, even if Tyreek was in there the whole
He
game.
was there.
I
He got
disagree.
injured during that
I
game,
disagree.
right? He
I
was
know
going
that he
in and
got
out.
injured during the game, even if he didn't hurt his ankle, is what I'm saying.
Right, correct.
If he did
That's what
not
I'm
hurt
saying.
Right.
his ankle, I don't know if we still would have won that game or not, even being up 14 points.
I mean, we
Because the
can't.
second and a half of the game, the coach just lacked off on everything, and we didn't go nowhere the second half of the game.
Hey, Lewis, let me explain to you why I said
It
that,
doesn't
right?
matter if he was in the game or not. At the end of the day, Tyreek wasn't in the game at all versus the Jets, and we hung 30
And we
on them.
beat exactly a top 5 defense.
Yeah,
Not
that's
in-
Just
true.
because,
That's a good point
and
too,
we hung
Lewis. Yeah.
30.
But
the
I'm
fact
not
of the matter
blaming it.
is,
I'm not blaming it on a player.
Right,
I'm
and we beat
blaming
the
it
Jets,
more
yep.
on the coach, on the coach and his
Right.
play
No,
call.
it wasn't you, Papa Paul. It was Big Nick saying if
no, I'm
Tyreek was
just
there,
saying in
right?
general, like with Tyreek, he was hurt or he didn't play. It
Yeah,
don't
it
matter.
doesn't
We
matter.
seen them without him. They put 30
Yes.
because they played well. I'm
Right.
just saying
My
against
whole
that
point
Tennessee
was-
Titan game, they didn't play well.
Lewis,
My
let me
whole
explain
point
to you
was,
why
if this team
Gabe
was
pushed
healthy,
back.
if
Oh,
this
no.
team was healthy and didn't suffer the catastrophic injuries that it suffered, my whole argument is it's a much different talking point.
And I mean, I
agree.
and I
Yeah, it
respectfully
gives us a better
disagree.
chance to win. Doesn't mean that we would have won. That's what
Exactly,
you're missing,
because the players was in there. They wasn't the reason that we lost. Our big name players
But
was dropping it.
so by you saying that, it gives us a better chance of winning. Doesn't mean we would have. That's why I played
Yeah.
the probability game when you use
Okay, but
hypotheticals.
you got to
got
understand
only
if you're
But you
only
can't say it's
the
certain.
only
Is what we
proof you
trying to
have
say.
in hypotheticals are the probability.
But you made it as it was
No,
a
it's not
certainty,
proof
right?
because it's
And-
not
and-
100%.
And the
Hey.
reason why I brought it up in the first place is because, to your point, Lewis, when
It's
you brought
closer
up
to 100
Jordan
than it
Poyer,
is 0.
when you brought up Jordan Poyer, right? And he was, and I think it went over everybody's head. He is a dude that came from the team that been bullying us for the past four and a half years,
1,000%.
right? And he's telling you the mindset of those teams. If you get up on them, they're going to quit.
1,000%.
Basically telling
No,
you
he told
that
you the
everybody
mindset of
looks.
his team. He told you the
Hold on.
mindset of his
Yeah,
team.
the
Matter of fact,
mindset. Yeah,
he,
yeah,
Hold on,
yeah.
hold on,
he
hold on.
he
used the
said, he
word.
said the
That's what he
same
meant,
thing
Lewis.
Hold
about
on,
He
hold
used the
on.
word.
See,
It was their perception. He had no
that's what I just said.
empirical data to back that
Hey,
up.
Big
He
Knee,
don't
I
know
don't.
the Miami
Big
Dolphins.
Nick,
Remember, he
what
was
are you
on the
talking
opposing
about?
team for years.
It was
What
their
are you talking
perception.
about? I mean, bro, the facts are the fact. If you don't like the fact, okay, cool. But he came in, and this is what he said, which is they're talking to how they think of the Miami Dolphins.
Their
That's the-
perception. Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's their
Exactly.
perception, yeah.
So guess what? If you got somebody that's coming in from the team that bullied you, right, giving you that mindset, you got to take that and understand that means everybody think y'all soft. This is why people
Yep.
bully y'all towards the end of the game.
Yep.
And if you want to understand why we lost Tennessee game, well, I don't care if Tyreek was there or not. They bullied us.
That was
Yes.
a physical
That's a
game.
fact.
That's why we lost.
That's a
They
fact.
bullied us,
Now,
bro.
okay, I gotta go on. I gotta leave in a minute. Let me get this in there because I got my show in a little over 15 minutes. Okay, it's not only that. You look at the second half, especially the last 7 games. The run game worked for us all the first half. Why did we stop doing the run game the second half? It's a lot of the play calling. Why are we pitching the ball
if you
7
go
yards behind the line of scrimmage just to run and get maybe 2 yards total progress? I mean, stuff like that. A lot of it's the play calling. These pitching out to the side, where the man's 5, 6, 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, he's running 7, 8, 9 yards, but the total gain is only 2 or 3 yards.
But those are the same plays that they were successful
Yeah, they were
at.
doing in the first half.
I don't get that.
In the first half.
The problem is that Buffalo,
So
the team,
you changed the play because obviously they caught up to us and realized what was going on.
You talking about in the second half?
Yes.
In the second
But
half,
they did.
that's a defense
change
adjustment.
the kind of plays, Papa Paul. They went to passing plays, and again, this is where, for me, this is where the conversation gets muddy.
You got to have more than running plays than just pitching it to the outside. There's got to be other running plays.
Well, they didn't only do that.
You think the run design is wrong?
They do.
Yes.
They don't pitch the ball on every play, right? They do. It don't work because defenses adjust. And
Exactly.
this is where, for me, Papa Paul, this is where the conversation gets muddied, and I understand both sides of the argument because I'm one of the guys that believe Tua should get paid. I do believe Tua should be compensated just like his peers are compensated, right? I'm one of those guys. In the same token, though, when I hear, well, we got to blame McDaniel for coaching calls, and we got to do this, and we just got to run the ball more. Well, wait a minute. In the same breath where I say Tua should be paid, and again, very well, just like his peers, then no, bro. When the coach decides to throw the ball and put the ball in your hands, you got to execute.
No, you have to do what the
coach
wants you to do. Yeah.
Like I can't.
Well,
I can't.
Coach can't bail you out all the time. Sometimes you have to bail the coach out.
When Tennessee made that comeback on us, when they was driving, when they was doing what they wanted to do on us, what exotic shit was they doing? And why
they was running the basic offense?
Why
weren't running no exotic
plays? 3 goddamn plays.
There was no exotic. There
wasn't nothing exotic.
Right, nothing exotic. They was running the basic offense.
Right. So they was running a basic ass offense, veer right, throw the ball to the running back, then get DeAndre Hopkins for a 3rd and 7.
Okay,
right?
guys.
Thank you
for having me on. I gotta go get ready for my show. Y'all have a wonderful night. Peace, love, and fins up, everybody.
Big fan
Fins up.
Fins up, Papa Paul.
Yeah, they wasn't running fancy offense, Nick. What you mean? They didn't do trick plays on us to get, to come from behind.
They showed enough wasn't. It was
right. I didn't see any free flickers in that game or reverses.
It doesn't matter. Listen, I think Tony was spot on, and that's why I said I think Jordan Poyer was spot on. Because if you look at it, right, Kansas City has a bunch of guys on defense that they like to bully people.
Yes.
And Miami lost that game twice to Kansas City. The Philadelphia Eagles, the makeup of their football team is a bunch of bullies. They bullied us. We lost that game. Baltimore, and the only reason I'm going to bring up Baltimore is because, and Tony, Crypto, a lot of Shake Money, a lot of us know a guy named Neil Driscoll.
The ref let him bully us. The ref let him bully us.
Well, again, that's fine. Call it what we want. All I know is Baltimore, right? Before the Baltimore week, Neil lives in Baltimore. Neil has, some plugs. Neil has some plugs in the league. Mm-hmm. He's worked, done some things for the league. I believe Neil when he says things. Neil came out and said before the Baltimore game, he was told from people within the Baltimore building, within that organization.
And one of the players
as well as coaches and executives said.
Yeah, I remember that too, Louis.
And basically what Jordan Poyer said, it was almost verbatim. If you jump on Miami, if you kind of push them around and you bully them, they will fold.
Yep.
It's the truth, bro. It's the truth. That's something that this team has to get over. We're past. We can beat the Jets, the Carolina Panthers, the New York Giants, the Washington Commanders. We're past that. We get it. We are on the level as those upper echelon teams. What we have to do now is, again, punch back. When you're getting punched, everybody up here, I'm assuming, has been in a fist fight before, right? We're a bunch of grown adult men's up here. I guarantee you we've been in a fist fight. I'm pretty sure that the respect factor that I got for the gentleman on this panel with me.
You hit me back.
When you get punched, Nick, have you ever punched back?
You hit me, I'm hitting your ass back.
And
I don't give a fuck.
And that's what
fucking
we're
50
talking
people
about, Nick.
holding you at a time. I get my hit back. I'm getting my hit back.
And that's what we're talking about, Nick.
Yeah.
It just seems like the Dolphins, in certain situations, when they get punched, they don't punch back. And I'm not trying to call out any specific players or nothing like that. I'm just talking about from a team, coaches as well. It just seems like we've been folding in those situations.
Yeah, which is why you need people like Jordan Poyer in the locker room. That's why they they brought in the Brooks of the world. You get what I'm saying? What's the linebacker we got from Cleveland?
Anthony Walker Jr.
Anthony Walker. Like that's why you bring in these type of guys with that mindset. Like,
you
bro,
want to change the culture.
You got to change the culture.
I mean, but that's exactly why I'm not participating in this portion of the conversation, because that was them niggas. That shit over with.
Well, it's still a lot of the players on the team.
Right. You think the entire 53-man roster is those guys now?
Most likely they would talk about the offense.
Absolutely.
You remember they would talk about the offense. So
Greer will go to Hall of Fame if that's the case.
So I mean, you got the dogs on.
You might have a punch Greer's ticket to Canton right now. He did that in one off season.
No,
I think he did.
That was mainly on defense. But like who we got to set that tone on offense is that's what I'm worried about. Because those are the dudes that got bullied toward the end of the season. Those are the dudes that come up short toward the end of the season. It has the past 2 years, it hasn't been the defense. It's always in both occasions was the offense coming up short, getting bullied, not scoring as many points as they want. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to run the ball in the cold weather. They have been coming up short. Just go back and watch all the games. The defense has never had a problem, and which is why I don't give that excuse, because the defense was the people that was mainly injured toward the end of the season. All the key players for the offense, for the most part, was still there.
Yeah, Tony, you almost had me. One point we had one starter on the offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
But it wasn't the backups wasn't fourth string.
I don't know what part you didn't get about that. I said key players.
Yeah,
the offensive line wasn't the reason that Tyreek was dropping the balls. The offensive line wasn't the reason that Rodgers was dropping balls.
For 14 weeks of the season, Tony, the offensive line was the reason why Miami Dolphins was the number one rushing team in the NFL.
What that got
to do how can you turn around and blame them?
But hold on.
I'm not blaming them.
So you saying, hold on. So you saying did the injury started at the 14 weeks?
For him to discount their viability to the team.
No. Don't ignore my question. Did the offensive line started going down after the 14 week?
The offensive line.
That means only 3 games left.
No, they started going down.
That's not a fair question.
Week 4 is when the offensive line.
That's not a fair question.
That is a fair question because the players you're talking about for the 14 weeks were still there.
Let me tell you why it's not a fair question. Because for the majority of the season, Lamb, Jackson, and Eichenberg played. For the majority of the season. They missed the less time out of everybody. Now, during that time, we'll have a fill-in here from Armstead. We'll have a fill-in for Robert Johnson. Robert Hunt came back.
He didn't play the last 5 games.
That's a tough question.
It's not. I'm telling you, because the players that you're saying on the offensive line that was injured, those are the guys that were playing for the most part. The injury started in week 3, bro. Not week 14. Week 3 when they started going down.
I'm not disputing that, Tony. I'm not
So that means the same players that was there after the week 14, Nick, it's the same offensive line that's been playing through the week 1 through 14.
Tony,
is what I'm saying.
I'm not disputing that. What I'm disputing is by week 14, we only had two long-term players on. We only had 2 players on that line that took over 600 snaps by week 14.
But that still don't dispute that they were the same players playing, though.
Injuries happen, but at that particular point in time, man, we was on 9th and 10th offensive linemen.
Oh, well, that's not true. But what I'm telling you is the players that was there after week 14.
That's no 10th string offensive line.
Yeah, that's why I say that's not true, Crypto. The players that was there after week 14.
By saying that. But Tony, what I'm saying is
They
you're
the
right.
same
You're
players that
right.
been playing the whole season, bro. I
You're
don't get
right,
what you're trying to
Tony.
say with this.
What I'm trying to tell you, Tony, is that injuries didn't happen. Like they didn't happen 2 players in one game, right?
Yes, it did.
When
Yes, it did. Week 4, Connie Williams went down. Antoine Armstead went down in the same game. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, he went
you
down
gotta
in
let me finish so you can
the
hear what I'm
second quarter.
saying.
Yeah.
I did hear what
You
you
gotta
said.
let
You
me
said there
finish
wasn't
so
no
you
2
can hear what I'm
players went
saying.
down in one
Right?
game.
Okay, so you call damn man. What I'm saying is, right? Normally for the most part, Armstead go down, we still got Wynn there, right? We still had Connor there, we still had Hunt there, we still have Jackson there, right? Then the next week, somebody might go down with Kendall Lamb now got to kick out the left tackle, and somebody got to fill in for Kendall Lamb. After week 6, brother, after week 6, that continuity that we had built up for that time, it started dwindling down because now so many players are out at the same time.
And they still was
Right,
performing.
and they
though.
still was winning.
They still were producing. So what are you
I
saying here, bro?
never said that. All I said
You
was the
just said.
offensive line was the reason the Miami Dolphins was number 1 in rushing through the first 14 weeks.
Okay, cool. And so what was you saying that for? Because
The
I said it
injuries
wasn't
caught
the
up
reason
with
that we
them at
lost the
the
game.
end.
They
The
what?
production fell off because of the replacement players.
No, it wasn't. That's what I'm telling
It
you.
was.
Because they was. So why didn't it fall off after week 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and
Because
14?
again, I just mentioned it to you.
But no, you didn't. Those same players was playing in those games. Those players was injured.
At one time, I remember a game where we had one starter on the entire offensive line.
Okay, but it's
The
been
rest
like
was
that.
backup.
It was there through the whole season. It ain't just
It
happened
wasn't
for
like
the game.
that,
It just happened.
Tony. It wasn't like that when we
One
only had
starter
one
for the whole game.
starter.
You must be talking
Okay,
about the
name the
Buffalo
one
game at the end of the
starter.
season.
Name the one starter. Well, Austin Jackson was the only one there.
No,
Austin
not even
Jackson.
that game.
Austin Jackson. Right?
And
We had a
everybody else was
backup at
injured.
left tackle. We had a
And
backup at
everybody was
left
injured.
guard.
What
We had a
game?
backup
What
at
game
center,
was this?
and we had a backup at right guard.
What game was this?
It may have been the Kansas City or one of those big games.
Kansas City game in week 8?
The playoff game?
That's
Kansas
a lie.
City?
No,
Not
it
week
wasn't
8.
a playoff game.
No,
it wasn't a playoff game.
It wasn't
But
week
I
8
know,
either. I
I know
guarantee
for
you
one
on
game.
week 8.
Listen, as a matter of fact, this
No,
is
we
how
was
I
the
can
most
prove it to
healthy
you.
in Germany.
For one
Yes, we
game,
was.
do you remember the game? It was this game. It was a game where we missed 8 starters from our team, 11 total contributors,
Buffalo
but
game.
8 starters.
But that was all on defense. Buffalo game.
No,
Buffalo
it wasn't
game.
Those
all on
defense
defense.
starters.
Crypto.
Majority of them was. Okay, cool.
How was it all on defense when Connor Williams was out, Isaiah Wynn was out, Robert Hunt was out?
That was the
How
only
was it
3.
all on defense?
That was the only 3. There you go. You
No,
named 3.
Armstead was out.
That's 4. No. Hold on.
No.
Armstead was
Yeah.
not out.
Go look
in
at the
Buffalo.
go look at the injury report
Armstead
for
wasn't
that
out
week.
in
You don't
Buffalo.
remember this lineup. You don't remember this lineup.
No.
Keon Smith, Robert Jones, Liam Eichenberg, who was the guy that filled in for right tackle? And
I
Austin
remember.
Jackson. You
I
don't
remember.
Now, I bet
I
you we
remember
won that
Javon
game.
Hollis being out. I remember Bradley Chubb being out. I remember Jalen Phillips being out. I
That wasn't
remember
the 8 starter game.
what's
Bradley
the
Chubb
linebacker? We
got
got
hurt in the
Jerome
second to
Baker.
the
I
last
remember
game.
Jerome Baker being out. I remember
Bradley Chubb only
Xavier
missed the
Howard
second to the
being
last
out.
game.
I remember. Hold on, I'm telling you, all the players on defense, because you naming them people, majority of them was on defense, sir.
But again, I'm correcting you because Bradley Chubb was not out that game. He only missed the second to. He was out the second to the last game. This was not the second to
What
the
are you
last
talking
game.
about? You said the Buffalo
Bradley Chubb got hurt
game
in week 17. That's what I'm talking about.
Buffalo game was the last game of the season, Nick.
No,
I said the second to the last game. Bradley Chubb got
That
hurt
was
in week
the
17.
Ravens.
But the game you said was missing all those players was Buffalo. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That was the last game of the season, sir.
Listen,
No,
think it
they
was a
was playing
Buffalo
in that
game.
Ravens game.
I don't think it was a Buffalo
He had
game.
100-some
That's all I'm
yards
saying.
rushing in the Ravens game.
I can't tell you what game it was,
Nick,
but I
guess
know,
what?
Tony, all I'm saying is at one particular point in time of the season, we had 11 vital players out,
Yes, the
They
last
must have.
game, Nick. That's
It
what I'm
But
telling
was
you.
they
wasn't the
out?
last game.
Was they out at the start of the game, or they was trickling out during the game? See,
No,
that's
they
what's
was out the
misleading.
So they
game.
was out. In
They
Buffalo,
didn't
they was
play.
out. Yes, they were. They started out. Yes, they were. I
I'm talking
agree.
about he talking about the Ravens game, which is the game
No,
before
the
the
Ravens
Buffalo
game.
game.
That's a lie. They weren't missing that many people in the Ravens game.
Right.
You got to put it in your mouth.
Chubb went down like when the game was decided.
Yeah,
When
Chubb
Mike
went
McDaniel
down
kept
at the
him
end of the
in.
game when we was like, why was he still in the game?
Yeah. Now
So
you could blame Mike McDaniel solely for that one,
right. So I
for
don't.
Chubb's
No,
injury.
that's what I'm saying. Like most of the people that
That
got
wasn't
injured,
Lady Luck. That was
was
freaking Mike McDaniel's fault.
it wasn't. I don't
It was
know.
his fault. Jalen Phillips. I mean, Jason Phillips got hurt too. Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, that
Because
was
in that Jet
well
game, he could have took him out in that one as
in
well.
the Jets game. But well, yeah, that could be debatable, but I understand. I'm just saying I don't want to blame it on injuries because even if you say that last season, all those people wasn't out, they were playing. You still yielded the same results.
I don't know
Right.
that,
Tyreek
Tony.
Hill
And I'm not
played in
blaming
that
anything on injuries.
Ravens game.
I'm not blaming anything on injuries. All I'm doing is saying the alternate universe. That's all. And I'm imagining what it'd be like without this critical injuries that we had. That's all I'm
So you
doing.
think our
And
second
that's
Well, the
okay.
year
stringers are
before
bad?
we didn't have those
And
injuries,
that's
is what I'm
okay.
telling you.
That's
The
the way
year
I
before,
choose the fan. Is that all right?
yeah, that's fine. But I choose to give you a different perspective as well because the year
It's
before
cool. It's cool,
we
but your
didn't
perspective
have
is
that many
not going
injuries.
to change the way that me, being a lifelong Miami Dolphin fan, choose to imagine if the injuries hadn't happened.
I mean, I don't think the injuries is what made the team soft. Is basically what I'm saying. That's what.
Right.
That is not what made the
No,
team
but that's
soft.
not the
So
point. The
we're
point
trying
is,
to
it always
pinpoint which game
said
though,
in
Nick, so
my
we can
mind.
isolate that player causing us the loss. That's all we're trying to
That's
do.
not the point about the softness. What I'm saying is, even with the label of being soft, in my mind, I like to understand where my team would be at if it wasn't for the injuries. Because I don't believe that we lost games because we were soft. I rather attribute that more so to we lost these games because our studs were out.
And that's what we asking you to pinpoint what game that our studs was out, bro.
Okay, again,
Right.
I
That
like to
caused
imagine.
the loss.
I like to imagine what would happen in any game if we was fully healthy. I'm not attributing no injury to a loss. All I'm saying is I would like to see the result if we weren't injured.
That's hard because this is football. That'll never happen when you be
No,
100%
I
healthy.
can't imagine that. How you gonna tell me I can't imagine that though?
I mean, yeah, you could imagine it, but that's
Yeah,
like,
some kind of
especially
logic
late in the
behind it, though.
season.
I mean,
Especially
if you
late in
got
the
an
season. I can see it in week
imagination,
1.
I
Now, I
don't
would grant
get
you
it.
that
I
in
don't
week
get it.
1,
I
I
don't
would
get it. You
imagine
everybody
need to
being
go buy a
100%
lottery
healthy.
ticket, then imagine what you're gonna do with the money.
But after week 1, then you got to throw that logic out of the window because week 1 is
You
the only
get to
one.
go get a lottery ticket every Saturday and imagine what you're gonna do with the money.
well, I don't play lotto, so
Well,
I can't get with that. I don't play the lotto.
yeah. I've always imagined what I do even if I don't play the lottery.
Right.
So
So I want to imagine. I want to use my football acumen. I want to use my history. I want to use my knowledge. I want to use my love of the game and come with a conclusion as to where I believe, based on my information that I have gathered about my team and how football works, where we will be at without the injury. That's all I'm doing.
So you think 17-0?
It's what I'm
No,
trying to figure out.
Crypto,
Yeah.
that shit hard to do. That's why only one team was able to do it.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
yeah. I just feel like it's good to bring them in so they can understand it. And if you have somebody in the building
I
in the
think
locker
Greer
room constantly remind you, like, yo, these people think y'all soft.
gave us the
Hey,
backup.
Y'all
I
gotta
think
tighten
that'll
up.
work. I think
Hey,
that's what
Tony, you
Greer
ever
did.
said this? You ever said, because I know Crypto said this, because I've heard Crypto say this. You ever said this, Tony? Damn, can you imagine what Marino would have been like if he'd had a running game?
No,
Okay. Well, I know Crypto said that.
I mean,
And it's
when
the
you
Yeah,
say
I've
same
said
thing.
that
when
before.
you say
It's the same
running
thing.
game, what do you mean by that?
It's the same thing. He didn't
A
have a
Burrell
running game.
Davis type running game.
Okay, because I'm like, I didn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar have a 1,000-yard season?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, he
Oh,
had
okay.
that.
I mean,
Once
what
in
we
Yeah, he
did
had
that
a
year?
1,000-yard season.
What
He
we
had a
did that year?
1,000-yard season running for 3.6 yards per carry
I
in a
mean,
16-game season.
and how much did we average this year?
Oh,
as a
probably
team.
twice
I
that
think like
now.
5.
No,
I think like
it wasn't.
Probably
5.
twice that.
No.
7 or
I
8.
think like
wasn't it?
5. A-Chan averaged 11 by himself.
Y'all thinking H-Chan was the man that was running like that? That's what y'all guess?
Oh my
Well, he
goodness
had the
gracious.
highest yards per carry.
Right. So was he the only one? Was everybody running like H-Chan? No.
Not
Who
everybody.
finished
Most of
number
it was
2 in
not
the
too far
rushing?
behind.
Who finished in the top 3 in rushing?
No, we finished
You
in
talking
number
about
2, I
total
believe.
yards
I
per
think number 2 in rushing.
game?
We were number
Yeah,
1 in
number 2
passing,
behind
number 2 in
Buffalo.
rushing,
I
I
mean,
believe.
behind Baltimore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we have a top 5 rusher in the NFL last year?
Yeah, we were top 5.
What do you mean?
No, did
Rushing
we
Rushing
have
like
a
an
top
touchdowns.
individual?
5 rusher?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure if
You talking about
I don't
rushing
know if they
yards
brought
or touchdowns? We were number 1.
in
rushing
touchdowns,
yard.
but I don't think yards. No, I don't think he was top 5.
Rushing yard. I think we had a top 5 rusher in rushing yard.
In rushing
No,
yard, like
Mostert wasn't.
I don't know.
Because at one point he
I
was
don't
number
know.
2.
In rushing
At one
yards,
Yeah,
point
in
he
the
was
first
number
half
2
of
in
the
the
season,
league.
they both was like 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Right.
I think I don't know what the total or where we finished, but I think Miami had over 1,800 yards rushing as a
yeah, but we
team
didn't
last
have a
season.
top 5 rusher though.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where we finished or
Right.
No,
what
we
it got
finished number 2
individually.
overall.
Our
And
team,
overall, we
Yeah,
right.
finished
yeah,
number
yeah.
2 in
And team
rushing.
yardage, yeah, we
Okay.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Team
yeah,
yard.
yeah.
We finished number 2 in rushing, but at some point late in the season, the number 1 and the number 2 rushers in the NFL was Christian McCaffrey, and it was our running back
No, I don't think
in
that.
yards.
I don't think so. It may be in
Yeah,
the
Christian
middle, toward the
McCaffrey.
middle of the season, but I don't think not
Right.
at the end. It wasn't.
I think he may have led in yards, but
Could
Mostert led in touchdowns.
Yeah, touchdowns. Yeah, most
And
of them
rushing
touchdown,
touchdowns.
but not yardage. No.
Total touchdowns, I think McCaffrey got.
And I think we averaged like 5 yards a carry, if I'm not mistaken.
As a team.
As a team.
As a team, though.
As a team.
Yeah.
I think most average somewhere around 4.6, 4.8.
They said in the
Yeah.
chat they're saying Raheem Mostert was number 10 in overall rushing last year.
I know he wasn't
Overall
top 5.
rushing, right.
Okay, number
No, it
10.
wasn't.
He was a top 10
Our
rusher.
team was just top 5, right.
Yeah, he was a top 10 rusher. But I do remember at one point in time in the season, he was second. He was number 2 in the rushing leading.
Yeah, in the first half, they were like
At the
neck and neck.
beginning,
Yeah. Yeah, in the beginning, they definitely was, like you said, they was top 5, but then they fell off at the second half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
At
we
least
was the
most
number
of
1
it.
rushing team up until like week 14.
Right, because the team started catching up. You know, when you got when you know when you got a good running game, when you can run the ball when the teams know you're going to run it. And it's no coincidence that our team always, the rushing game seems to fall off toward the tail end of the season. Why? Because that's when you got to out tough guys to get them running yards now. And
Right.
I'm always a big component.
Dictate
We got
to
Mike
your opponent
McDaniel.
what you want to do.
Our passing game is what allowed us to have such a great rushing game.
Running game, exactly.
Yes.
Let's pick your poison.
I just can't believe
It's
that
just
you're
the
not
poison they
attributing
picked
the
was the
drop-off.
Tyreek and then
I
Waddle
just
and
can't believe
Tua
you're not attributing the
instead of
drop-off from
Mostert.
Connor Williams. From Connor Williams to Liam Meikenberg. I can't believe you're not attributing that.
But what does that have to do with the
What
running
that have to
game? We
do
still
with
was
the
number
run-
one.
I don't get it.
Right.
What that have to do with it? Because if not, he was the number 2 rush. He was the number 2 run blocking center in the NFL.
So when did Connor Williams go down again?
Week 6.
No, he went down week 3 first.
He came back week 6 and went out for good.
No, he didn't. Connor Williams came back in week 7 or 8
in the Germany game.
Okay,
the Germany game actually. Yeah, I don't know if he came out the game before, but I know that's
the Germany game. He was there because that was the snap at the end of the game. That was him.
So, I know somewhere around that time.
So that means Liam Eichenberg played for a minimum 3 games in between that, and Raheem Mostert was still getting his yards and touchdowns,
and we were still averaging 30 points a game.
Damn, Tony. So you telling me there was no production drop off between Liam Eichenberg and Connor Williams? Is that what you're telling me?
Not in the 3 games after the Buffalo game.
Exactly.
No.
You talk about individually. Individually, yes. Individually, of course.
But team wise, no, there's no drop off.
Team wise, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, how you don't get that?
That's silly to me. That is silly to me. That's silly to me.
How?
I mean, well, then I mean, you
How's it
just don't
silly?
understand
We
the
were
game
still
of football,
averaging 40
sir.
points, almost 40 points a game in the following 3 games.
That is silly to me. Crypto, now you just calling out numbers, right? But what I'm saying is,
Wow.
if
Okay.
you don't
Okay.
think the drop off,
I'm just telling
if you don't think the drop off between Connor Williams and
That's your
Liam
no
feelings,
one is
Eichenberg
though.
arguing
was
that, but it
enough
didn't
to
affect
affect
our
our running
production as
game,
a
I
team.
don't care.
You grading
Well, that's because you
individual
arguing with
I
talent.
don't
feelings
care
and
how
not
many games
logic.
he missed.
We're talking
If
about
you
team
don't
wise.
think
We were able to
the drop off
overcome that.
between
The
Connor
drop
and
off.
Liam
Okay,
Eichenberg was significant enough to alter our running game,
we
I don't know
give
what to
you
tell
that.
y'all.
We're giving you that word, but it didn't alter our total production.
I
We
You don't
disagree.
want to
overcompensated.
understand it.
I disagree.
How? When we were still averaging 30 plus points a game in the following games afterwards.
We're specifically talking about the running game.
Right, the running game. Then most to have like a big 60 or 70-yard run against the Giants after that week that Connor Williams went down.
Oh my goodness gracious.
He
Yeah,
had like a massive
he had like
70-yard game.
150
Was
yards
that
that
him
Oh
on
game.
my
his
goodness
right?
gracious.
Was that him
All
on
right,
his
all right,
own, or was that Liam Meikenberg opening the hole up?
y'all win. Y'all win.
Your
I'm
choice.
tired.
I'm
Y'all
just
win.
saying, Nick, you got to give
Y'all win,
Eichenberg
man.
either
Y'all
credit
win.
or our running backs
Y'all win.
credit.
Y'all
He
win.
arguing with feelings and not actual facts.
Sounds like Eichenberg's
I'm
got
not
his
arguing
Hall of
with
Fame
feelings.
bid.
I'm not arguing with feelings. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand it ain't as complicated as y'all making it. If y'all listen to me, I'm not arguing with you for you to defeat my take. My take is my take. That's on you if you don't agree with it. All I'm telling you is that when Liam Eichenberg was under center,
Yeah,
right?
our
If
offense
you don't believe there
didn't
was a
drop
drop
off.
off between him and Connor, then I don't know how to conversate with you
So
guys
what you
about
So
it.
saying? We would have scored 80 points
crypto,
against the Giants?
hold on, crypto. Listen to this, right? So Connor went out in Buffalo, right? Now let me tell
Yeah.
you that the average yards per carry most of the next 4 games: 6.5, 6.8, 5.0, 3.5. Should I keep going in the Kansas in the Kansas City game when he came back? It was at 7.1, and guess what? 3.9 the week after. So what we talking about here, bro?
Right. Don't look like our running game was
So
affected.
damn, man, I have to continue to do this. You can go back and look at the tape and look where Liam Eichenberg was ranked. You can go back and look at the stats to see where Liam Eichenberg was ranked. You can watch play by play to see all
Well,
of
he
the
was
missed
ranked.
opportunities.
Whatever
You can
his
look at
rank,
all of the
we tell you
opportunities that
it's
was
not
missed.
affecting our
You
players'
can look at all of the
production.
opportunities that was missed because of the play of Liam Eichenberg. You can
Nick,
look at a
don't worry
point in
about it,
time
bro.
when
We
Liam
get
All right,
that,
bro.
Eichenberg
but you
turned
expect us to
and
score 70
blocked
points
his
every game, Nick?
own.
Nick,
I'm trying
I
to.
don't know, man. It's too,
I
shit too
just
So
easy
gave
for
you're
y'all
saying
right
the
now.
difference is 70
I
points to 40 points?
just
No, that's
gave you
what
the
you said.
numbers, but you still feel otherwise, right? Okay, cool.
You saying that?
No. This the numbers. I can't make these numbers up. This is
Hey,
numbers.
I can't agree with your argument that I'm not having the exact same argument. So no, I'm not going to agree with that. I'm
Well,
not
you
having that
said you
argument.
said the production
We're
it
having
affect
two
our
different
production.
arguments because you refuse to hear me. You only want to be right.
No, I only wanted to give you
We're
the
having
fact.
two different arguments.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you can't understand logic and you mad
No,
because we don't
I
agree
just
with
don't
you.
right because I don't want to. I don't want to participate in your argument.
It's not my
That
argument.
sounds like I don't understand.
It's
I'm
yours.
I'm
And
Give
purposely
Liam
not
Eichenberg
communicating
his
with
gold
your
jacket.
argument.
We had no drop off in
sound a
production.
little bit upset that Liam Eichenberg wasn't as bad as you thought he was.
Listen,
That's what it
no.
sounds like, sir.
Okay, well, if that's your interpretation, again, you
No.
like
These
Jordan
are the
Poole, you
numbers,
got
sir.
your
These
own
are the
perception.
numbers. I can't interpret the numbers. I could just give them to you.
Okay,
Now, whether you
fine.
want to
Listen,
accept them or not is the difference.
but
You
see,
don't want to accept the numbers.
the point
6
is,
yards
I
of
am not
carry on
disputing
back-to-back
anything.
weeks with
I
Liam
am not
Eichenberg.
disputing
Let's get this
anything
man a
that you
gold
said.
jacket.
All I was saying was, and anybody would tell you this who don't just try to prove me wrong, that if you don't believe there's a significant drop-off between Connor Williams
No
and
one's
Liam
arguing that, but
Eichenberg,
it don't
We
matter in the grand
gave you
scheme of
that.
things.
We said
We gave you that.
individually, yeah, but it didn't affect the overall team success. It's what we
you're
tell you.
counting out a great play by Raheem Mostert that he broke one for 70 yards. You're attributing to that to
Because
game
of
that
that,
was?
to Liam
What game that
Eichenberg's
was?
great blocking.
Hey, what game that
I'm
was?
attributing that to his Liam Eichenberg's pancaking ability. That's what I'm contributing it to.
All right. I
What
don't know
game
how to
was
have
that?
a
Because
conversation with y'all.
Monster
Because
didn't
your
have
whole goal is to make me
170-yard
wrong.
rush last
And I'm not
year.
having
Hey,
a right
hey,
or
Tony, real quick. I've been arguing back and forth with Big Nick a long time now, and I'll tell you this. This is how. First of all, how Big Nick likes to win sometimes is by not losing, declaring that the victory. So just watch out, dog. Big Nick is hard to nail down because you could have him pinned up on the wall, beating him over the head with stats or whatever, but it don't matter because he's gonna go. I'd never lost. With that, I'm the winner.
But he just
That's
said,
not
I'm
the truth.
contributing a
That is
70-yard
100%
run. I'm
not
like,
the truth.
what?
I'm
Raheem
saying
Mostert
the
didn't
reason
have
why we're
one
going down
70-yard
this
run
rabbit
last
hole,
year.
the reason why we're going down this rabbit hole,
He had 70-yard runs with
tell me
Connor
about my
Williams
own
too.
perception. He
But
wanted
he
to tell
didn't
me
have
about
one
my own
crypto last
perception.
year.
Right?
Now I'm
All
talking about
I'm
he had
doing
like a
is giving
70-yard run
perception.
in the Denver game with Connor Williams was in there, so
We
he had him with both.
That was H-Hand, though.
We all know the
Yeah,
drop off
H-N, they were
came.
getting big runs.
We all know the drop off came when we traded Devontae Parker.
Oh yeah, I suspect that shake money. Oh
I
man,
guess if y'all want to win,
I'll
y'all
say
will.
get a
But
man.
I
I'll say get a
don't think
man
I
his
would
gold
dispute you.
jacket. He held his own.
Crypto, you want to hear something funny? Because he talked about a 70-yard run. How about Raheem Mostert? The longest run last season was 49 yards. Guess who was the center when he did that run? Liam Eichenberg.
So the 70.
Crypto, you want to hear something that's funny? Ask him who was the center when that center got pushed into the back of Teron Armstead led and making miss games.
Well, Teron Armstead missed
Oh, the
games
game
regardless
was
of who
over.
at
Who
center.
the center was,
Yeah.
that's all.
Armstead, you right. Liam was, but it's, Armstead was on borrowed time anyway. You know this.
But who was the center that got dog walk all the way back until Teron Armstead's leg?
No, it's bad technique from Armstead. He should have
Yeah, I
moved
would
his
say
leg.
Armstead got
Bad
himself in
technique.
that position. Me and
Yeah,
Crypto
Right,
went back and
by
forth.
losing his.
What's Armstead
Right.
doing behind the center anyhow?
Exactly. I was just going to say,
Exactly.
did you
What
point out
he
the
doing
fact that
behind the center.
Armstead, how he ended up back there to get his leg ran into in the first place?
Exactly.
Hey,
He got
listen, hold
beat.
on.
Yeah, 'cause he was a
Hold
pulling
on.
tackle.
Hey,
He was
listen,
a
I'm
pulling
gonna
tackle.
get
He was a
Batman up
pulling
here,
tackle.
so we
The
can
play
talk
was
about
It wasn't a
Eichenberg.
pulling tackle. It was a passing play.
And Liam
Tackle.
Eichenberg was
Right.
taking hold of
This is what
him.
you're talking about.
You know what,
A
Cap?
pulling
I
tackle.
understand what you're saying. You're right.
See what I'm saying? Huh? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Hey, here, you know what I remember? I remember when
I
Dolphins
think I
fans
need a beer, man, but I'm at work. I can't drink, man.
were
You
dogging
guys don't
all
drive me to
over
drink
Ted
it, man. I'm gonna
Karras.
get in trouble.
Remember when we had Ted Karras and they were dogging all over him, wanting him gone? He been playing with Cincinnati ever since on a
I
team
can't
over there.
even drink, man. I'm on the
I
job.
also remember when Dolphins fans were dogging all over Michael Dieter. Where was Michael Dieter last year?
Shake,
Does
send me a
anybody know?
Not looking
martini.
bad in Houston right now.
He's a center in Houston with freaking rookie
Yeah,
of the
he
year.
is.
Here's the thing, right? Dolphins showed that they don't believe in Eichenberg at the center position because they did sign that guy Aaron Brewer.
And Brewer, yeah.
But if you look at the contract,
Hey,
it's a
Cap, you think
3-year
I was
deal.
dogging Connor Williams? You think I was dogging Liam Eichenberg?
I missed the swimming
No,
part of
no,
it.
no. I don't think you
Who
were,
won
Big
that
Nick.
400
Big Nick, first
relay?
of all,
There was a drop
I know
off.
you don't dog your players. That ain't that. That's your deal. I know that. But you are speaking against Eichenberg, and there's an overwhelming amount of the fan base that treats him like the new
I didn't say
Jesse
one negative
Davis.
word. No. The only time I said something
from
was when you
Batman.
brought up
Batman
the
never
point that
talks
he
bad
was a
about
weak
Eichenberg.
center that got pushed into the back of Teron Armstead's leg. Other than that, only thing I said was there was a drop off from Connor Williams to Liam Eichenberg. I didn't
Well,
criticize
I
Eichenberg.
granted, you're
I
right,
didn't say
Nick.
Eichenberg
It's
couldn't
a
play.
2%
I just
drop
said there
off.
was a drop
2%.
off. And if you don't believe taking out one of the top 3 centers in the NFL off of your offensive line, that
As
there's
far
going
as
to be some drop off, then I don't know how to have a conversation with you.
we're not arguing drop off.
Hey,
We gave you
understood
that.
over
It's a
there.
2% drop off
I
based
was
on the
arguing
numbers.
drop off. I'm telling you, I wasn't having that argument.
So look, I don't think anybody's going to
Right.
say that there's not a difference between Connor Williams
A
center to
starter.
Eichenberg
No,
center.
not just
But
not
it's not a
no,
stark
just a
difference.
starter from a backup. By definition, it's a drop off because one's a starter, one's a backup, and then you can take the names off the jersey. by
Yeah,
definition, it's going to be a
So
drop off.
it
That's
take
not the
it
point.
take
We
for the
don't
white
lose
dudes to
production
come up
because of it.
here and y'all can hear what the fuck I was saying.
Oh, now it's because I'm white. They're
the
hearing
white
me now.
dude. Oh,
God damn
damn.
it,
So
Big
he's saying
Nick. What the
he's got
fuck?
he's saying some
Fuck.
privileges going on.
I don't
Damn.
know, but I've been arguing the
Goddamn,
drop
Big
off.
Nick.
That's all I've been
I could.
God
arguing.
damn.
What the?
Damn. He said he got some privilege going on here. God damn it.
You
It's
heard
a
him,
white guy
Crypto?
comes up here. Everybody listens.
Damn.
What? God damn.
Everybody's listening. Shit.
It's dirty shit.
Damn,
What the hell's
y'all want
going
to talk
on?
about the 70-yard play here, 49-yard play there. Look at the
Uh,
whole fucking game and tell me this
the
man played
the
at the skill level of Connor Williams.
the biggest run
Connor Williams
of all
cost
the
us a
running
game in
backs
Kansas City. So one of
was
those
a
L's you
70.
gave back because of him.
What was a 70+
Had
yarder by
Eichenberg played in that
Achane,
game, we
but
win the
That
Chiefs
was
game.
Achane,
How about
yeah.
that?
yeah, and he did it right after
You
a
never
fumble
thought
too,
about
Tony.
that, did you, Nick? Had Eichenberg played in that Chiefs game and I gave that
Hey,
Aaron
Crypto,
snap, we
hey,
win that
Crypto, is
game.
that one play
So
you're
there's
talking
your
about?
win.
Crypto, is that one play you're talking about? It's funny how you continue to bring up an individual play, and I'm talking about the
But that's what cost us.
overall game.
But that was a make or break play that cost us the game.
It's funny. So who'd you rather have, Crypto?
The last final play of the game, Aaron snap,
Who would you rather
guy
have,
running wide
Crypto?
open in the end zone. Tua
Crypto,
can gather
you
the
can only
ball
pick one
because
of the
of
two.
freaking
Who would you rather
that
have?
guy.
Crypto, you can only pick one of the two. Who would you rather have?
I reject the premise of that question because it doesn't address what I'm
I
saying.
know you do.
All I know, get Eichenberg his jacket, goddammit.
Man, I fuck with Eichenberg, man.
Hey,
I
hey,
hope
listen.
74. I hope 74 is the starting right guard.
Yeah, according to Big Nick, hey, El Capitan asked that question. Maybe Crypto will answer it.
Damn. Shake.
Yeah,
I'm giving Cap the same treatment, goddammit.
Hey, yo,
You know what, Big Nick?
wow.
Put your
Ain't no
questions in
privilege
private
here,
chat.
goddammit.
I'll ask him from here on out. Goddamn
I was screaming for 15 minutes. I'm not having that conversation. I'm having something totally different. All of a sudden, Cap came in here now. Oh man, everything is so clear and focused now. What the fuck?
Well, cause Cap understand where we coming from. You the one arguing with your feelings. You the one don't want to
God damn,
understand.
y'all is insane.
We gave you
Tony,
Tony, you
the
see what he did?
individual.
Give you
Tony, you
a
see what he did?
Tony,
Yeah, you see what
he's
they
trying
try
to
to
he's trying
slide
to win
that in.
again
do
by
me a favor,
not.
homie. Hey
Get out of
Tony,
here.
hey Tony, do me a favor. You don't
Go
have
ahead,
to you don't have to minimize my emotions. If I want to have feelings, okay. Stop trying to minimize
Don't
my
minimize
emotions.
emotions.
All right, then, okay.
Dog,
It's okay.
yeah,
Damn.
what the fuck,
I
It's
got
dog?
you.
okay.
I
I'm
got you.
human.
Cool.
I'm not too manly to have emotions.
Man, that's the manliest
Oh,
thing you ever
damn.
said, Big Nick.
Damn. That's how you keep trying to attack me. I'm in my feelings. Yeah, I'm an emotional person. I'm a human. I embrace my emotions.
Okay, well,
Finish.
there you
I'm
go.
not
You
gonna be on
admitted
top
to
of
it.
some building with an AK-47 taking out hundreds of people because I don't know how to express my emotions. Tony.
Hey, damn.
God damn, who was doing that?
Shit.
God dog, I surely hope you wasn't.
What the? Thank God you're not
Goddamn.
that emotional. Fuck.
Yeah, that would be shit. Damn. Top of buildings.
And I'm just
What-
taking some
what-
notes for
what-
the recorded shows I'm going to be
God
putting on
damn.
tonight, and come in here, shake. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
Somebody,
Another successful show.
Go with my narrative.
Yeah.
I never try to force anyone to go with my narrative. I just tell people how I see shit. And people always get upset because I
Here we
won't
go.
jump right on
Well,
their
I mean-
bandwagon with their narrative. I don't have to.
Well, maybe
today-
it's the comments of AK-47s and shit that causes the fucking, you know.
Today, Big Nick, you the one got mad. We would just give you the stats. You got mad with every stat we gave you.
I didn't get mad.
That's
The only
come on.
time I get
You
I
said
get
turn that off
angry.
and watch the TV. I
Only
said, well,
time-
damn.
I don't get mad about your stats. I get upset when you challenge my fucking way of thinking.
Well, if your way of thinking is incorrect, I think I should change it though.
Oh, but see, but listen, Tony, you have no
Listen,
empirical
just because you
data
say
to prove-
the sky is purple because you see it that
So-
way and think it,
so-
don't mean I gotta look at it and go, yeah, you know what, it's purple.
Absolutely. That's what he don't understand about perception. That's 100% of reality.
Yo, he was
So
clearly
just
being
because you
sarcastic.
can use that to support
What?
your reality doesn't mean I can't use other shit to support mine.
Oh, you know what? You right. I see.
Hey, I need
Hey,
I need the Eichenberg statue.
Statue. What?
hey, listen.
Yo.
We need. Where's Batman? Where's Batman so he could defend Eichenberg?
Who?
Yeah.
Who that?
Hold on.
We
I'm
need
ready.
Where's Batman at, man? Who?
Man.
Somebody get back. Somebody get him up here.
Nice. Damn, would you add did that, Shake? I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bag of Who chips.
The Who chips.
Oh man.
Damn. What they sell at in South Carolina?
Hey, so
it sounds like
I'm
South
still
Carolina.
13-4 Super Bowl champs.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think Ocho said that in
is
probably said that. Yeah.
Is Tua gonna sign you guys, or what you think, man? I mean,
he signs on
100%.
September 2nd.
Huh?
100%.
September 2nd, he signs.
If he do cap, it got to be before or by the second week of the preseason. I mean, the training camp, because
no, it's got to be by the second week of the regular season.
I'm saying, as far as getting the timing down, getting the rhythm. You get what I'm saying? Get acclimated with the new offensive weapons.
Yeah, he still got to
because that's
in
when
the drills, right?
that's when I'm calling it because that's when preseason games start.
And how much longer you say you got?
Well, that starts the next weekend. That's next weekend.
What's
what I said about it. That'll be the second weekend of preseason. I mean, on training camp.
How much longer am I going to be here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll hang for a little bit. Why?
Because I was about to shut it down soon. So.
Oh man, we can hang for. I'll hang for 25 more minutes or so.
I gotta go get something to eat. 2 shakes.
Yeah. Look.
I think we got. See, next weekend, y'all do know next weekend is August, right?
Oh, Lord, Fred here. I'm out, y'all.
Hey, Shake will bring me up when he leaving, man.
That was me, Fred. I seen you out there.
I need to know about this snowstorm. I need to know about these snowstorms you playing in New Jersey. That's what I need to know about.
Okay, I brought you up, but I'm putting you in the back.
Oh my God!
You playing cold weather? You said you playing cold weather in New Jersey.
That's right. That's right. That's right, boy. That's right.
In September, I need to figure out these September games you playing.
Check this out, bro. Check this out, bro. You know who else played football in November, bro? Crypto. You know who else played in November, bro?
Yeah, who played in November?
This who played football. Okay. Cesar Ruiz, bro. Center for New Orleans Saints. Jonathan Taylor, running back for the Colts. Isaiah Pacheco, running back for the Kansas City Chiefs. They've all played football in November.
Oh yeah, damn.
As kids and in high school, bro. Yes, Crypto. That's how we do it up here.
Pacheco did.
Yes.
Oh damn.
So did Jonathan Taylor, bro.
What does this have to do with? What do you mean they play in November? What is this?
He's trying to get us to play football in November.
Because Captain, no panel we had the other day. Nick said he never played. Nick said he never played football after September in high school. Like damn, bro.
I said you have.
He went to.
First of all, the season fucking kind of starts.
Homecoming is in October.
Yeah,
yeah, what you mean, dog?
Football's all year round up here, bro.
All deep in November, bro.
Hey, so what he says.
Yeah,
what
homecoming
Fred
game
was
is in the
saying.
middle of the month.
What Fred was saying, people that played high school know more than people that played in the pros.
No, I ain't saying that shit. No, I ain't saying that shit at all, man. But this young man sitting up there
in high school.
Hey, Cap, you used to have a man sitting up there that said nobody plays, no high school plays football after September, bro.
That's not true.
Who said that?
You said that, Nick. You said that.
Brother, no.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did.
No,
you did.
That's a lie. That's a lie,
yes,
Fred.
He said nobody played after December.
High school, what I said was you and your high school ain't play on no fucking Thanksgiving.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I
Well,
said.
No, he
what the
never
fuck
played
is
that.
November, bro? What the fuck is November? And is
Your high
Thanksgiving
school,
September
you
there,
ain't
bro?
played
What?
on no goddamn sometime November 28th. You ain't
He's
played
a
on
hater,
November
yo.
28th.
He's a
Goddamn.
hater. He's a
Thanksgiving got
hater.
moved?
Hey, Cat, that these November games, I just checked it out, bro. They go way back. These high school matchups in November, Thanksgiving Day, they go back
Damn.
to 1933, bro. And it was because of
Well, I'll
what
say
got it
this,
started
Fred.
was because
I never
Cat, go
played a
ahead.
football
33.
game. I never played a football game in the snow, but I played in South Florida, so
I know, man. I can dig that, Cat, man. But
Mm.
for that man to sit up there, tell me they don't play high school in November up here. He was going on like he never even
That's
heard
what
of
bro,
you
playing
said. That's
football
not
in
what I
November,
said.
my cousin lives in North Dakota, right? He's an oil
Yeah.
guy. You guys seen him come up here a couple times, Jonathan. And up there they're playing, not to November. They
Plus,
start early,
cold.
but it's
Plus, it's cold already. Yeah.
it's cold
Yeah.
as a
Early
mud, dog, when
in
they're
October,
playing.
it's already
Exactly, Cat.
cold.
September,
Exactly.
October, and early November when they're ending the season, it's a frozen tundra in that day. I mean, it's
So
cold.
you can speak to this, Cap. So school here in South Florida, I think started on like the 21st, somewhere around there, August,
Mm.
right? That first week of high school, that Friday, varsity is playing the game, right?
No,
That's
they're
in
playing a
August.
jam. They're not. They usually don't play the first week. It's usually the third week of school, and it's the
Well, I don't know how it is
jamboree.
in Palm Beach
It's the
here in
jamboree.
Broward. We playing that. That's a real game the first week of high school. The jamboree is a little earlier than that for us.
But nah, bro, they can't. They don't have the jamboree until after school starts.
That's the first week of high school. That Friday night
You can't
is a
even
big game
practice
for
on
us
the
every time.
football facility until school starts, bro. I mean, they do off-season
That's right.
programming,
Right.
but they gotta be in school because you have to meet certain requirements to play on teams. You gotta have the grade
But
point
we play
average.
10
You gotta
games.
have
We play 10 games,
okay.
right? We
Yeah.
play 10 games. Some schools, depending on what district you is, you may have 1 or 2 bye weeks. My high school, we had 1 bye week, but we played 10 games. By October 1st, we're getting ready for either playoffs or some type of extended schedule. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
you're getting ready, but you ain't playing the playoffs till late October at the earliest, bro.
What I was telling
Usually it's
him.
in November because I know because
Thank
we
you.
played our last game my freshman year against Belle Glade, and that put us in the playoffs, and we got dog walked by fucking Immokalee the next week or 2 weeks because you get that playoff week off. So we got
But the
fucking
argument with
obliterated
Fred
by him.
was that high school games, as if the season is active, not playoffs, not championship, they're playing routinely in the snow.
That's what I said, bro. That's
Bro,
what I said.
in Jersey, that bitch is snowing in fucking late September sometimes. What you mean?
It's snowing. It could snow the beginning of October.
Sometimes. I mean, but it's certainly by the end of October. It's cold, if not snow sometimes, right? I mean, I gotta imagine they're playing some snow games in the northeast of America. Got to.
Thank you.
This coming from a dude that said he played basketball and couldn't name the positions.
Come on, man. I told you, man. I was a 2-guard, Nick. I wasn't a good shooter. I was a 2-guard. I wasn't a good shooter. However, my defense was superb, bro. So go with that, bro. Go with that, Nick. Go with that, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
You can tell me the truth.
And then I tell you like this. This is why your quarterback probably trash, because he hasn't played in November.
So who's your quarterback?
When it comes late in the season,
who's
bro.
Your quarterback?
40 degrees. 40 degrees.
So who's your quarterback?
Here, bro.
Fred,
Hey, Cap, don't you know? Hey, Cap, don't you know? In 40-degree weather, bro, when you're on the football field with all that shit on, when you're playing, Cap, the temperature rises to 60, 65, bro.
If my quarterback is trash, who's your quarterback?
Just let him know. This guy, this trash I got to put up with now.
Tony, you hear this? These men fighting over high school football.
I just wanted to stay back. I didn't want nobody to get to it.
I know you wanted to say some shit, Tony. I saw your fucking mute button open up. You wanted to say some shit. Don't hide, dog.
See, Capitano, now you know why I didn't drop the link.
Yep, I see why.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that Fred couldn't resist talking shit about Tua. That's the only thing.
Oh no, he couldn't. That's why
had to
your
get that in there
quarterback.
somehow, some way.
That's why your quarterback can't play in November, dog, because he's a bitch.
He went from high school to Tua. Tua can't play.
Damn.
I said, God, that took a turn.
Yeah, he said he can't play.
That
No.
escalated quickly.
Hey, real
Yeah,
quick,
it
Fred,
did.
did you hear Tua threw interceptions on 7-on-7s today?
He threw interceptions on 7-on-7s.
Yep. You heard that?
Damn. Who intercepted him, bro? Who had the interceptions? Did they say?
Some walk-on dude off of a tip pass by Sierrani Neal. I don't even know the dude's name.
Oh, okay.
Some free agent walk-on type of guy. You know, come up big.
You mean Cam Smith didn't pick none of his shit, bro?
Interesting
We didn't hear
enough,
nothing about
ain't
Cam
hear a
Smith this
fucking peep on
Wow.
Cam Smith.
Wow.
It's amazing to you how that part of the tip ball he just fucking ignored that part.
Okay, it was tipped. Okay, it was tipped. Okay, it was tipped. Oh, yeah. Tua's had one tipped interception. His regular interceptions are just thrown to the fucking secondary, bro. So yes, I am surprised. Yes, I am surprised. It was tipped. Okay.
Hey, Michael K. By the way, just look on the bright side, Michael K. You still have Dan Mitchell.
Yeah.
So, Cap, and that's my biggest issue, man. Like, I think we have a guy, man, who, when it gets late in the season, Cap.
Definitely got Dan.
I mean,
I'm listening, Fred.
He's entering like another level of his game. He's going to have to raise, bro. And like it's what it is, bro. It's going to be cold and whipping these games, man. And you need arm that could cut through that shit and to help the team, bro. So that's my concern late in the season, bro. When it comes to getting late in the season,
You're worried about his arm strength against the wind.
Yes. You need arm that can cut through that shit. Now, by the time it's late November, I think the arm's tired, getting worn out. And deep ball defensive backs are catching up to that, bro.
Hey, why didn't we have any fights in training camp, man? This is what I'm wondering.
Too goddamn hot to fucking be like that. Too hot to be like that, Tony.
Hold on. There was a fight in Houston. It's just as hot in Houston as it is here. I don't know, dog. Somebody should have put.
Hey, Tom, because you know why? Because they tougher in Houston, bro. They tougher in Houston, bro.
You know what? That's the one thing I agree with you, Fred. You see that?
Who's fighting in Houston?
What it is.
They tougher in Houston, bro.
Damn it.
Damn.
Wait a minute. I want to know who's fighting in Houston.
In Houston,
I missed. What did I miss?
They had a big old scram in Houston. I want the whole team. Kansas City, they had a fight. Kelsey. Kadarius Toney threw the ball at Kaloftis. He threw the ball at him and then
the new receiver. What about Worthy? Isaiah Worthy getting into any scuffles?
No, he a pretty good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then I turn over and look at Houston. They got the whole offense versus the defense fighting out there. I go to the and we worry about.
I need to see the videos. Man. I'm missing out on these
videos. I'm like, man, we need.
They're playing 7-on-7 in Miami, dog. They're playing 7-on-7.
I think Nia Eichenberg needs to punch somebody to break somebody's damn jaw.
11-on-11, but they were just handing balls off.
I think Eichenberg needs to break some damn jaw.
What happened, Lewis?
real quick. You're good with numbers, right, Tony?
Pretty much.
When I came back on the program, salute to Cap. I see Cap up here as well, and Fred. But real quick, Tony, I just want to know because I heard some numbers today, and I want to talk about the guy that had one of the strongest arms that could throw balls and cut it through all this weather and stuff. Could you please tell everybody what Dan Marino's record in the playoffs?
You ain't. First of all, don't even do that. Don't even do that. Don't.
Come
in here and
0-3 in the playoffs. That's the first.
Don't even make
sense. Cold weather playoff game. He threw nearly twice as many interceptions as touchdown passes in the 4 cold weather playoff games.
They can never say that.
Hey, wait.
That freaking AI.
0-4 overall and 0-3 in the playoffs. That is wild.
Hey, Cap, did you hear that? Cap, play it again,
The
bro.
AI
Play
is
that one more
wrong. It
time.
sounds like a what you call it.
Play that one more time. I need to hear that one more time. Fred, hey,
I think that AI bot is messed up.
Hey, Fred, Fred, turn your hearing aid up. I want you to hear this. All right, I want you to hear this good. Go ahead and play that.
You know, my batteries went out 35 years ago, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, your eyesight went about 25.
My eyesight's just fine, bro. My eyesight's just fine. However, my hearing aid went out 35 years ago, bro. I deal with the present, bro. I deal with now and what I can look forward to.
So listen, in the 18 games played in the playoffs, he does have a losing record, 8-10. And yes,
all right. Okay.
Well,
just one.
So he's
okay. So Tua's 0-1.
No. But Cap, I didn't even say nothing
No?
about the record. Cap, again, listen to what I said. Fred said you need a strong arm quarterback that can throw the ball and cut it through wind and choppy weather. That's what Fred said. I didn't say nothing about Dan Marino's overall record. I asked Tony, because again, we were talking about this.
No, his playoff record.
Hold on. God damn it, Crypto, hold on. In the playoffs,
According to Packers, Dan Marino never won a cold weather playoff game. He threw nearly twice as many interceptions as touchdown passes in the 4 cold weather playoff games in which he played.
He was 0 for 4 in cold
I reject the premise of that.
And all I'm saying is, hold on, Crypto. And all I'm saying is to Fred. I'm just posing the question. I'm not saying Tua is better than Dan. What I'm saying is, why would Dan, that could throw the ball through that cold weather and all that, why did he was 0 and 4? Is all I'm asking.
Well, I would say this, and we don't hold on, Fred. Don't just stop, Fred. You ain't gonna win because
I ain't, bro. I ain't even wrong to say. I don't know why.
Fred, let me win it, dog. I can help you, Fred. Let me help you.
Go, Cat.
Bring me the data of the final 4 weeks of the season where I know damn good and well they were cold games that Marino was killing motherfuckers in. You don't know nothing about that? Because cold weather games aren't just in the playoffs, dog.
Hey, you want the beginning of his season or it's not as good as he think, Lewis. Remember I did this already.
The final
beginning of his
4 games
or after
of the season. The final
yeah.
of the season when they're cold.
Cal, we only went above 500 in only 2 out of the 24 years. So you want the beginning of his career or after is what I'm asking you. You forgot I did this the other day, Lewis. It wasn't as good as you thought
24 years.
Well,
remember when Crypto was like, man, go back more than 30 years.
I don't want the record. I want Dan Marino's,
talking about the team. You talking
Dan
about
Marino's statistics in games like this.
His stats.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
How
was his performance?
Nah, team has not did good in cold weather.
We know the team let Dan down the entire time he was here.
No, because Dan Marino retired 25 years ago.
No. Hey, Tony, but you're letting them off the hook. I'm glad Cat brought that up.
Look, go ahead. Come on, dog.
I'm glad you brought it up, right?
What it is.
You just said, right? Let's talk about the last 4 games of the season that are cold weather games. And that is true. That is a valid fact, Cat.
Okay.
But this now where I get people like you and Fred. Well, Crypto, again, we don't need cheerleaders right now. I'm just addressing what Cap said. That's what Cap said, right? But that's a cool story because when you listen to Fred and others in the community tell it, those games don't matter, right? Ain't we thirsty for playoffs? Ain't the biggest games would be the playoffs, Cap, right? Because in those 4 games, I don't care if the Dolphins won or lost. When we got to the playoffs and it was cold weather, Dan Marino was 0 for 4. So again, when the biggest games in the biggest moments, when we didn't need those fucking 4 regular season games, we're talking about the big when the pressure is on, right? Win or go home. Dan Marino was 0 for 4, correct? Am I wrong?
I don't know. I got to fact check that person that gave the information.
Yeah. Well,
according to whatever.
In the biggest moment,
you know what, Lou? You're right. Let's tear down that statue. Let's burn our Marino jerseys and let's hoist up the new Tua Tagovailoa statue. Let's go ahead and let's get. I'm crossing out the 3, but I'm leaving the 1 for he is him. No, we gotta have a new. We gotta have a new Jesus.
And
We
listen,
need a new Jesus all of a sudden, dog.
And
That's
listen,
what this
and listen,
is.
hold on. You don't need to cross out the 13 because that's his number from Alabama. So you just put 10.
Oh, word.
And really,
We need a new.
bro. Listen, we don't have to tear down.
We need the Samoan Jesus up in this bitch, dog.
Hey, Cap, we don't got to tear down the Dan Marino statue. I'm not saying to tear down the statue. I'm just saying put a blanket around it in December and January. In September and November, it's fine. That statue is perfect in September and November. It's just in December and January where again, that statue gets a little cold. You know what I'm saying?
Not in December. He's won cold weather games before.
So now it's before. He's won before.
Yeah, you said cover it up. It's cold. You saying as if he didn't win any December games. Cold weather games.
I'll tell you what. Hold up, Fred. I'll tell you what, everybody. I'll jump on the shitting on Dan Marino for the successes he didn't have because of all the successes he did get are canceled out by the failures it eventually went into. I'll shit on her. Let's let Tua get to 18 fucking playoff games before we do that.
Before we start making these comparisons.
Let's let him get to 8. Let's let him get to 8. Let's let Tua get to 8 playoff games before we start tearing down the statue. Because right now, Tua's 0-1 in the playoffs. He's 0-1 in the playoffs.
Hey, Cat, how long do you think before Tua gets 8 playoff games? I'm just wondering.
18 seasons.
I mean, right now, it's been 4 years to get one, dog.
On track, it's 18 seasons, so 12
at this rate, it's going to be
this
about
rate.
35 fucking years before he can get 8 goddamn playoff games.
What does a contract of 35 years look like for Tua? Can we do the math on that?
I'll do the math real quick.
$35 million.
I would say. I'm gonna do the math. Quick math. We're gonna go $391 million in guarantees over the 35 years.
Shit.
That's a lot of money. It is.
Damn.
But really, that's gonna average out. To 35. It's only like $10 million a year. So it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. It's pretty
Cap,
cheap.
what's the guarantees? Is it fully guaranteed, Cap?
I mean, that's shit. I'm just talking about the guaranteed dollars over 35 years, 360 something million. That's fucking 11 million a year. It's nothing.
Oh shit.
Yep. And that's how long it'll take for Tua to be. We'll be able to measure 8 to maybe 10 playoff games. So
I don't know why everybody gets so mad about
when people shit on Dan Marino. I have no idea.
I
have no idea.
That's a good deal, actually. 300 million, 35 years.
Well, because I'll tell you why, Lewis. You want me to tell you why people get so mad? I'm gonna tell you why.
600 million.
Because in the warmer weather games earlier in the season, halfway through the first 3 quarters, for the most part, you're like, yeah, Tua's elite. Look at this. Look at the way this man's playing. But then come the final quarter, it's a complete spiral and nosedive. Now, that could be the team. It ain't just his.
Same thing I thought about Marino.
Until you played that Bears game and he
damn liar.
them in the
He's
cold.
a liar and you know it. You're only saying that. He's a damn liar. He's a damn liar because there ain't a Miami Dolphins fan that outside of maybe 1 or 2 years of Dan's career that watched Dan and thought he's fucking this up for us. Never did you ever think that.
Whoa.
Never.
Right.
And then
He was
games
coming-
he was fucking it up. You know what he did? He would counterbalance it with passing touchdowns to win that game.
All I know, again, I'm not like one of these Homer fans for Dan Marino, just like a lot of
we
people
can tell.
are.
We can
All
tell.
I
We can
know
tell.
In December, when my Dolphins used to go into Buffalo in December or in January, whenever the fuck it was, I knew we were coming out with a layout. And that was where Marino playing quarterback.
Well, that's because we had no running game.
Yeah, I remember when we beat them.
No running game.
We beat them in Buffalo 35 to 10 one year with Marino. Yeah.
Well, again, that's fine. I mean, in Cuba, I've seen my cousin chase down the chicken, but that don't happen often.
Hey,
we're talking about not happening at all or happening often. That's
he sacrificed that chicken afterwards, or what happened with that chicken?
Marino in Buffalo.
That chicken get voodooed.
Hey, Cap, if you get your hands on it, you cook it, you saute it. God damn it! I'm telling you.
Oh hell yeah! All right, word up. Fuck yeah.
It's hard to come by, but Crypto talking about 1 year we beat them 35 to 10. Well, no.
Now I'm giving you an example. I'm just giving you an example of the games he have won up there in Orchard Park. Hey,
Hey,
one's
Tone,
better
I
than
like how
zero in
you
Orchard
get shit
Park.
Thank you,
started,
Crypto.
Tone.
Thank you for your semantics.
That's
Yeah.
right. So
Conversation.
we got
Thank you.
one is better
Fucking
than zero. Last time I checked.
Crypto knows how to fucking take the wind right out of the sails sometimes, boy. I'll tell you what,
I mean, Jesus
that
fucking
motherfucker,
Christ.
that motherfucker know how to take the wind. He'll be having a whole sidebar conversation to himself the whole damn time. I love you, Crypto. It's fucking great. Keep it pushing.
I'm telling you, goddamn it.
You know what, Lou? You right.
The statue was
Fuck
there.
Dan Marino. Apparently, that's it. You know what? You right, Lou.
Oh, wow.
You got
That's
That's
what
all
it
I'm
is.
saying.
down.
Yep,
That's all
you're
I'm
right.
saying.
He's
Fuck
done
Tua
nothing
and
for
fuck
this
Dan
fan
Marino.
base.
That's right.
Tua
That's
is
absolutely right.
him. He's gonna be the one. That's
Well,
what it is.
Marino
And
hasn't
once
done
Tua,
anything. No one has done anything.
all I know is once Tua is 1-1 in the playoffs. Oh shit! Watch
Hey,
out.
we're
We shouldn't have.
halfway to 8-10. We're halfway to 8-10.
No, we're not, dog. 9 would be 9 games. It would take that to get halfway. God damn it!
One
This is
and
why I
one
can't
will
trust your motherfucking stats. You don't even know what halfway to 8-10 is, bro. You said
well,
1-1.
Right.
What the fuck?
What?
Or what the percentage? What do you give me the PFF playoff wins? What the fuck?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not fucking Crypto with the percentage. I know once we get 1, we're closer to 8 than we are now. That's all I know. How about that? Once we get 1,
That's how
we'll be
counting
closer
works,
to 8.
dog.
Hey, well, again, I'm learning.
If you were to
I
round
learned.
it up or down, it
I
would still
learned.
be. It ain't.
Hey, I learned. Hey, I'm learning, man.
I got you, dog. I got you.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Damn. That
Damn, I
PFF
can't
is
even.
a
I
killer.
can't believe the capping they doing out here in this fan base right now for fucking Tua over Dan. This some bullshit.
Oh,
I think first of all,
That
bullshit.
just guarantees that we're going to be doing this again
is
next
what it
offseason
is.
because they did it last
Ain't
offseason.
no bullshit.
what
I'm
it
pretty
is.
sure
cursed
Dan
us.
Marino. I'm pretty sure Dan Marino in a phone booth can kick the shit out of any and every quarterback not named Ryan Tannehill from all time.
Well,
Ryan,
let me ask
he
you
would
this.
listen. Ryan Tannehill wouldn't win the fight, but he could take a beating like
They're
nobody
just
else.
assured that our season's going to be
Cap,
disappointing this year.
Hey, Cap, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and again, because we get when topics like this arise, right, and conversations happen, we're like, oh, well, we're shitting on one for the other. Again, we all love Don Shula, right? I love Don Shula. Don Shula has the most wins in NFL history.
Okay.
Say it again. The most
until
wins
Belichick passes him. Yes.
Belichick ain't playing no more in crypto.
ain't
Damn
going
it.
no more. What you talking about?
Crypto don't let no one even finish. Right?
No, go ahead, Lou.
We all love Dan or Don, right? And Don has the most wins. Now, which career would you rather have? Don Shula with the most wins in NFL history, or Bill Belichick's career? Which one would you rather have?
I would take Don's because he's not only the all-time winner, but he's got the undefeated season and another Super Bowl. So it's not like he didn't touch the mountaintop twice. And he's got 2 records. He's got 2 records that when I die, he'll still have them.
Again, and there's one coach that has the biggest record, right? Super Bowl win, and that's 6. You rather have it's 2 more.
That's because he hung around for Brady's tenure.
Man, stop.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Listen, all I know is Lou's come
Mike
up
Holmgren could have had that same
know,
record if he was the Brady's coach.
All I know is Lou came up here towards the end of this show to shit on Don Shula, shit on fucking Dan Marino, and cape up for Tua Tagovailoa and motherfucking Bill Belichick of all goddamn people. What in the fuck is going on? You know what, Lou? I don't know. I ain't been on Twitter like I used to be.
Taking Don
but y'all are
Shula's
fucking
record,
losing it on these spaces as of late. I'm about to come back in there and set this goddamn bitch straight. What the fuck's going on?
Well, let me tell you what's going on. I like to surround myself by winners. God damn it, that's what it. That's
winners.
What
That's why you on Twitter. That's why you on Twitter.
I like to. No. I'm talking about in the Belichick perspective, right?
Oh.
Hey, I love Don Shula, but again, Don Shula is not a bigger winner than Bill Belichick. I don't give a fuck about a fucking 14-game season where you went undefeated. Congratulations, nigga. In 1972, where nobody even gives a fuck about that anymore. Don't nobody give a shit. The simple fact is, Belichick
They do. Apparently, they trying to go for it. They do care about it. He's trying to come back. Them same Patriots. That's why he wanted to keep coaching.
Again, that's cool. You can say that we're going.
He cared about it. Yeah, he was. He wasn't trying to go for it.
Hey, Crypto, do you think Patrick Mahomes is going for it?
Yeah, everybody trying to win every game they play. Why not?
Do you think Andy Reid's going for it, or Andy Reid don't give a shit
Yeah.
if they lose 3-4 games a season, but they're hosting that Lombardi Trophy? Which one do you think? You think they care that they lost?
He's trying to win every game in front of him. So by definition, he's trying to get Shula's record.
Crypto, last year when they were on the stage hosting that trophy up, do you think they cared about week one loss to Detroit?
What game has Andy Reid intentionally tried to lose?
Do they check? Do you
answer that question? That'll tell you not that they're going for a perfect season. Has he ever tried to intentionally lose a game?
Crypto, let me help you out like I help out Fred. Listen, Rabbit Pat fan.
That's the question he needs to ask. That tells you whether or not he's trying to win every game and trying to break the record. If he's not intentionally trying to lose the game, then by definition, he's trying to win every game.
Listen, Rabid Pats fan.
So, yes, he's going for the record.
I got to say this real quick. I do know this. Every year, they popping bottles because of Don Shula. Ain't nobody popping shit. Ain't nobody popping shit. For New England.
all these teams are popping bottles, right? And then there's only one team that is popping bottles at the end of the season. So again, Crypto can scream and yell and talk.
I just asked you. I just posed the question. When is he intentionally lost the game?
What I'm asking you, Crypto, no one is intentionally losing games.
So by definition, every team is trying to win every game in front of them.
Okay.
So they're trying to win perfect, trying to make a perfect season.
Hey, Crypto, I heard you. That's the 9th time you said it. I get it. You got that argument. What I'm asking you is, last year when Kansas City was on the podium, do you think they gave a fuck about losing week 1 to Detroit? Do you believe that?
Obviously they didn't, but that didn't mean that they didn't try to win that game. They didn't try to lose that game. They didn't. Yes, it do matter. It do matter because they tried to win that game.
I'm trying to win.
They tried to win that game.
I'm trying to.
They tried to win that game.
I could care less.
They're not out there throwing away games intentionally.
Hey, Crypto.
The question still remains.
Hey, Crypto.
The question still remains.
Hey, Crypto. If the season worked out, Crypto, that you
the question still remains.
Again, we understand the question still remains. And what I'm telling you is, Crypto, if there was a chance, if we lived in a paradigm or a world, right, where you could go winless in the regular season and still have an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, and whoever would come down, God himself would come down and tell me, hey, you're about to have an 0-17 season, but once the dance starts, you're going to win the next 4 games and you're going to win the Super Bowl. Sign me up. Because nobody gives a fuck about all the games that
what that has to do with the price of being in Germany?
The price of being in Germany is the Super Bowl, right? Ain't that what you're playing? Ain't that what you're playing?
What's that have to do with anything?
Are you playing for regular season games or are you playing for Super Bowls? Which one are you doing, Crypto?
You're playing to win the game. And by winning, that's what makes you get closer to a Super Bowl.
Are you playing regular season games or are you playing for Super Bowls? I just want to know.
You're playing to win the game. You play to win the game.
Regular season games, are you playing for Super Bowls?
Hello, Herm Edwards.
Hello, you play to win the game. Meaning week 1 until the very end. You play to win the game.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You play to win the game.
Congratulations. That's how Crypto gonna win. He just ain't gonna fucking stop, boy.
Hello,
man, dude. You know, I don't know what to say, Lou. You know,
oh my god.
Here's what I will say.
Say that
if
I'm
the
right and keep it pushing.
That ain't gonna, listen, don't big Nick me right now, dog. Don't big Nick me. Don't big Nick me where you win by not losing and shit. Fuck out of here. God damn it. That ain't how this shit work. I will say this, right? One thing's been concurrent through my fandom of the Dolphins since watching for as far back as I can remember is that but the best route for success is to win the most regular season games and secure home field advantage through the playoffs, hopefully throughout the playoffs and the AFC Championship game if they can get the number 1 seed. And to me, because of what Fred says with this cold weather stuff, whether it's Tua, whether it was Dan, which I'm not even gonna let that slide. That ain't happening. It wasn't fucking Dan. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Sure,
anyhow, it wasn't. You need to stop that.
Hey, Jose M siding with Lewis. That's crazy.
Good.
Quarterbacks win and lose
Good.
in this league. That's what I was told. Quarterbacks
Congratulations.
win and lose in this
Good
league.
for you, dude. I don't give a fuck. Fuck out of here.
Well,
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Y'all, hey, we can scream and yell and say congratulations all we want. All I know, I've been told by everybody on this goddamn panel that wins and losses are a quarterback stat. That's what everybody tells me. That's what Fred says.
Okay, don't put Fred's words in all of our mouths, though. I ain't said that. Ain't nobody here goddamn said that shit, boy. I'll say this. Shut up, Fred. No. Congratulations.
Listen, Fred gonna break your jaw, Lewis.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Again,
Break his jaw with the facts, Fred. Break his jaw with the facts.
That's something Liam Meichenberg's going to be doing in practice
Don't put
tomorrow.
words in my mouth, man. Don't put words in my mouth.
Every time we lose, right? This is what I'm saying. Like, why do we gotta lie? Y'all act like.
Watch Lugo. Why we gotta lie? He gonna lie on us right quick. Go ahead, Lou.
Well, again, Cap, you called the game on this great network. You do a great job from 1 to 4 Eastern. From
buttering me up. Go ahead.
Or from 8 to 11. You do a great job calling all these games. Now, after the games, when you give everybody the privilege to come up after the game and react to the game, right? When we lose, the narrative is Tua lost us this game. Am I correct, Cap?
If he lost us that game when I watched it and called it, you said I was there. I done called the damn thing. If he lost it, I'm gonna say so.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm not saying you, Cap.
All right.
What I'm saying is a hit dog will holler, but you're hollering right now. But that's another story.
I ain't hollering.
When Fred comes on the panels,
who's hollering now?
I'm not yelling. I'm sorry. This is a regular.
All right.
Okay. When Fred comes on these panels after a loss, what does Fred say, Cap?
Fred's emotional, man. We know that. Fred's going right at Fred going right at to him. He's going right at to him.
Fred can tell you, ask Fred. Ask Fred.
Fred, what you say after a loss? What you say after a loss, Fred?
Wow.
Because when it comes, hey, hold on, Cap, check it out, bro. Check it out, Cap. Because when it comes down to the center, hike the goddamn quarterback from the shotgun, and the fucking quarterback drops the goddamn ball. Yes, that's your fault. When a wide receiver is open in the end zone, but you throw the shit 15 yards out while he's wide open in the end zone, yes, you lost the fucking game. Now, when we're up 14 points in a real important game, you can't muster me a first down when you got two consecutive drives. You can't even muster me a first down. Yes, that's your fault. You lost the fucking game. Yes.
Okay, cool. And you see how I say very quiet. I didn't say
you see how he
I say Eichenberg gets MVP.
Now again, I didn't say I stayed very quiet. I didn't interrupt not one time when Fred was talking, right? Fred, this is
Kyle Eichenberg.
Okay, Crypto,
don't do that.
You done now, Crypto, or not?
Go ahead, Lou. Yes. I want to hear this.
No, go ahead, Lou.
Because I agree with everything Fred said. I agree 1,000%. So when I watch Dan Marino lose in a game, well, why didn't Dan Marino get Pete Stojakovic or Orlando Mate in the field goal range? Because he did.
Which game? Which game?
He did. In the Charger game, he did.
Pick a loss.
Charger game, he missed the freaking shanked it.
I would say here's something I don't know if you remember, Lou, but remember how Tom Brady, when teams were like, "Oh, you scored." Hold on a second. Remember when we would play the Patriots, or you'd watch Patriots play, and a team would score too quickly, and you're like, "Oh, you left too much time on the clock for Tom Brady. He's gonna win this game." You know who invented that? That was Dan Marino that invented that. The games in which we lost by one score, or whatever. More often than not, it was the defense failure to hold the lead at the end of the game in a short window, and that's just the facts. So if you're going to try to lay losses on Dan, now listen, I'm not saying Dan didn't lose us games, and you know how you knew when Dan lost us a game? Because he was the first person to say so on the field and at the podium, claimed all of it. Didn't talk about what wasn't happening and who hurt their feelings and why he couldn't get a good night's sleep or how much his fucking busted-ass Achilles hurt.
1,000%.
Yeah, he never said, Lou. He didn't say sure. He didn't say Shula can talk to me that way.
1,000%, and Cap is 1,000% spot on. But Cap has been doing this longer than all the rest of the TFTG members. Cap has been doing this, right? Okay, cool. I can get down with that. Now, when Tua led the team down for a lead against Atlanta, right? Now, Tua don't play I haven't never seen Tua play cornerback, linebacker, defensive end. Never seen it, right? So maybe y'all have seen it. But Tua led the Dolphins down, got the lead against Atlanta. Now, we lost that game on the panel when I was on here, right? Mm-hmm. Again, John from Seattle, that nobody that no one cares about, right? That nobody and a bunch of other nobodies came up here and said Tua lost that game. Now, you just said, Cat, when Dan Marino would lead a drive, right, and the defense would, let's say, that's not Marino's fault. Well, why the fuck we blame Tua then?
Well, listen, and I don't remember that Atlanta game to T.
So you remember
to be honest, I don't remember. I don't remember which
game 2 years ago.
Xavier got bombed by a tight end.
I don't keep very much in this brain anymore, dude. It's either what I can use right this moment or it's gone, dog. I ain't got no use for it. That's why I am literally the world's greatest alibi, because we could go out, do a bunch of fun stuff, get into some trouble, and if the police come to ask me, I won't remember none of it because I didn't keep none of it in my brain, dog. It's gone. People gotta tell me what kind of fun I used to have with them growing up, because I just don't remember. I don't use it. It was fun in the moment. I'm in the moment, right? But I will say this. You're right. Tua has gotten an unfair blame here or there, just like Dan did back in the day. And that's part of the territory, right? Being the highest paid player, having the ball in your hand, you have the most high likelihood to impact the game positively or negatively. And that's fine. I'm not saying that doesn't happen. But what I am saying is you're trying to shit all over Dan Marino to prop Tua up right now. We ain't going to let that shit happen.
I'm keeping it 100%. I'm keeping it 100% down the board. What you guys are doing is making every goddamn excuse for everybody else you fucking name in this league, but they want to just kill somebody. Which, again, if we're being fair, I'm the fairest person up here. Because I don't kill.
That's all the shit you said, dog. That's the biggest cap and bullshit on all of it. Out of all the bullshit you've been talking, that's the cap and ass shit right there.
Well, again, what's funny is the proof is in the pudding. See, the films don't lie. These YouTube streams, they don't lie. On the first guy on the panel against Tennessee to come up and say Tua and the offense played like shit was me. Against Buffalo,
you wasn't the first. I said he played like shit.
Okay, Crypto. Again, I'm not going to argue who was first. I'm second, Crypto, but I said it, right? Against Buffalo, I came out and said the kid played like dog shit, right? It's easy for me to say that. Now, why doesn't John from Seattle, Fred, Pete, anybody else that wants to shit on him, why don't they say when he's playing good? Why is that? Why is it so hard for them to say if he's playing good, but when they plays bad, like it's easy for me to say he's playing bad, right?
Plain and simple. I'm gonna give it to you plain and simple. They don't believe in him, bro. They don't believe in him.
So that's being fair then?
No, it's not about fairness. They believe that he is an inevitable failure. Whether they believe he is an inevitable failure, whether we realize it this year or 3 years or 5 years come the end.
Keep it again. Keep it 100% across the board for everybody. That's all I'm saying.
And that's okay. They don't have to do that, dog. And neither do you. I will say this, right? Because I've kept it 100% all the time. Early on into his career, I had zero faith in the guy. Over the past 2 seasons, he's built up goodwill and faith in me that I think I need to see more. Which if you would have asked me when I started this, is like, we need to fucking do something. This guy ain't working. And now that it has changed, and it might change again. He might change to where I'm like, wow, we made a great decision. Or I might say, damn, we got suckered. He was able to get an extra $100+ million out of us, only go right back to 2020, 2021.
Again, that is fine. No one, bro. When I say I could watch Tua for the next 20 years and be like, hey, after his career, man, he left a lot of shit on the field. He didn't live up to what I thought. It's easy to say that. I can say that about Dan Marino. As a Dolphin fan that loved my favorite player was Dan Marino, I can sit here and say he left more shit on the field. He left plays. He left games. He didn't get the job done. I could.
You know who
that.
would say? You know who would say that? Dan Marino would say that. You know why? Because that's what a winner. That's what a guy that had that kind
He
of
wouldn't
drive.
blame Dwight Stevenson being out of game on one game.
He wouldn't
against the
blame
Bills.
nobody other than himself and look back and say, "I wish I could have done more." And he would.
But no one's debating that. When did I say Marino wouldn't
Well,
do that?
I got you. I got a question. Is Tua that way?
Well, again, I've never heard.
Don't get marbles in your mouth, dog.
I'm answering your question. I've never heard Tua blame anybody.
Ooh, I can remember him blaming.
Doesn't he reflect what his fans is?
I can remember him at the podium blaming some people, dropping some dimes.
Well, again, play those clips. When did he say
I
that?
ain't got him loaded up, just hanging around waiting for this conversation.
I know you don't.
It's not like Terrell Owens.
You don't have to play the clip. Give me the time.
And blaming people.
Okay.
He's not like Zach Wilson.
Let me think.
Yeah, give it to me. Because Zach Wilson came out. Zach Wilson said that he played well in a game we all seen. He played like dog shit, and he was blaming. When has Tua ever done that? And again,
Zach is an outlier. He's the only person done that in history.
I'm
well,
not
Tua
saying,
take accountability for the losses.
I don't
think he throw people under
I'm
the
not
bus.
saying Tua didn't say it. I'm just saying I've never heard it. If someone could tell me or give me a scenario,
I can remember him not throwing the defense under the bus or throwing the O-line under the bus, but just calling it like it is, right? I can remember him being at the podium, calling it like it was in the game, where some people came up short. Didn't name names, just said, problems on the O-line, problems with the defense at the end. Didn't do that. And he has. Now he did it in the right way to answer a question, and it didn't throw people under the bus. But I promise you, I remember being on here going, "Oh, Tua just threw so-and-so under the bus."
He's saying he's like a professional politician.
No, I'm saying that he's the difference between him and Dan is, I think, a little bit of that personally.
Oh man, people.
Well, we got a press conference after week.
I'm just saying,
week
dog,
one, we'll have a press conference. We'll see what happens after.
I'm not talking about you, Cap. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about idiots in the chat. They get in their feelings. I see it. I get it.
Well, I don't know if you noticed your name.
CCR's in the chat.
I don't know if you noticed your name.
Well, no, yeah.
Caping for Bill Belichick.
Well, again, people can say what they want. I like.
Oh,
to be
DDJ. Oh, I thought that was CCR.
6 Super Bowl wins is a person that I would want to be around. But DDJ, Little Lulu is a joke.
I would too.
Right.
Tom Brady was my quarterback.
I agree. I am a joke, but this joke gets invited to fucking panels, and your bitch ass don't. So again, keep typing as a chat member.
Yeah, yo, Bill's fake crowd noise, because I said I remember saying that on a show, and then he says, "El Cap, you just told us your memory sucks. How do you remember?" I mean, listen, you're right.
I mean,
I don't. You're right. You're right, Tom. You're right. You're right. But I will say this: you know what I do have? I speak with my chest, and I talk in a way that you'll believe me if I, and that's all I really need, right?
No,
I broke down. What happened? He got.
Everybody believe me. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't buy the story. I don't buy it.
God damn it.
Well,
shit.
I don't know, man.
He must have hit that light pole.
If
who hit the light pole?
Firefighters coming. Some guy in the highway right here.
Oh shit! I thought you were into a light pole, Crypto. I said, yeah, time to hang it up, Crypto.
Nah, I ain't hit it. I had to drive around them.
Your vigilant gave up on
and
it.
I agree with Bishop 13. I got to see Marino throw the ball. The only I guess other quarterback I've seen throw the ball like Marino is Herbert. And I would agree with that statement. Herbert is well on his way to having a losing record in the playoffs. I agree.
Oh, Lord. God.
1,000%. Herbert is well on his way to be a losing quarterback in the playoffs, just like Marino was. I agree. 1,000%.
Well, I'll say this. Tua still, again, has Herbert beat with a losing record in the playoffs. Although, is Tua?
0-1.
No, they both 0-1. Cap.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
that's
they
how.
both
That's,
0-1.
there goes that memory again. I don't even remember the terms of the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't remember that shit. Though. What the fuck?
Damn, that memory
Well,
really
hey, listen,
clicking
neck
in,
and neck
man.
they are on losing records.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
Skyler lost the
Well,
first one.
well,
Cap.
Hey,
Skyler.
Well, Tony,
Since we're complaining,
Tony, it's only
since we
fair. Hey, these guys blame Tua for everything. They probably blame the playoff loss that Skylar Thompson had.
Yeah, Skyler. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
they
goddamn
blame
right.
Tua.
I blame that right on Tua
There you
because
go.
guess
There you
what?
go. Yep.
Because guess
add
what?
Skyler to
Skyler
that
kept
list
us
because
in a
he's also
game
0-1.
that if
So
the starter wasn't hurt, could have won. You right, Tua. That's right. He is 0-2. You right, Lou. Congratulations.
Wait a minute.
Congratulations.
Wait a minute. So are you trying to tell me that Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and these guys were not dropping passes that Tua was the quarterback? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you goddamn right. I remember.
not in the Kansas
First
City
of all,
game.
first of all, I also remember the drop pass for a touchdown that Skylar Thompson threw Waddle, and I blame that on him too. I remember that. You remember that pass? It was a wide open catch, could have been a touchdown to win the game, and he dropped that shit too. I remember.
Tyreek did, and
all I know is Skylar Thompson. Skylar Thompson's good enough to have a same playoff record as Tua. Just want to put that out there.
Damn.
Hey, Crypto, you know who else started 0-1 in their playoff career?
Who?
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino,
Peyton Manning,
0-1. No, he did.
Drew Brees. Yeah, they all started 0-1.
Listen, first of all, I'm not.
No,
hold on a second.
He won in 84.
I don't appreciate these big Nick tactics right
lost
here.
to 83.
I don't like these big Nick tactics y'all are pulling on here. Guess what? Tua's on pace to be the next Dan Marino. So I'm shit. You shit on Tua. Well, you're really shitting on Dan. I win by not losing. The fuck? Get the fuck up out of here. Talking about the revolutionary quarterback that changed the game that the Dolphins had. Ain't shit now. Y'all are fucked up, bro. Y'all are fucked up.
Crazy.
Motherfucker's a gold jacket member. There ain't a son of a bitch that
I'm
played
only
the
in the
game.
business of comparing career records.
There ain't a son of a bitch that played the game that watched Dan and didn't think anything other than there's the best fucking thrower of the football ever. And now he ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Nah, he definitely something,
one's
but
debating that.
I mean, he just wasn't good enough to get the big. win the big
That's
one.
what it sounds like, dog. You trying to
Sounds
lump
like to
Dan
me.
and Tua together?
It sounds like to me.
Dan
No.
and Tua ain't a speck in Dan's nuts
No,
right
that's
now.
not the
Let's call it
standard,
what
Cal.
it is.
No, that's not the standard because they ain't played enough games. Jay Fiedler is in that category. Jay Fiedler is 1-1, so there you go.
Dan Marino is the greatest.
Jay Fiedler has a winning record. There you go.
Hey, Tim Tebow's
What's compare him to
1-1.
Jay Fiedler's?
Hey,
Exactly. What's compared to somebody who's winning that's in single digit wins and low single digits? Let's put Jay Fiedler in this conversation.
What about Tim Tebow? He's 1-1, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Tim Tebow.
1-1, yeah.
That's right. Tim Tebow. Let's put him in this conversation.
He the GOAT, goddammit.
Let's just not compare the greats.
I agree with Cap. Dan Marino was the greatest thrower of the football my eyes have ever seen. That is a fact. Cap is 1,000% off. He just didn't do it consistently in the biggest games. That's all I'm saying. He just didn't do it again when the games mattered the most, with all the chips on the table, more than it just is what it is. Let's call a spade a spade. He lost more of those games than he won. That's it.
Yeah, 2 more games.
Again, he's the greatest thrower of the football ever. In the biggest moments, he failed more than he won. Period.
By 2. This team failed.
Man, hey, he just literally just trying to shit on Dan Marino, man. Oh my God, bro.
Well, that's cool.
Oh,
cool.
Like I said, I'm not ever bringing up Marino's record without putting Jay Fiedler to the same standard, because at least he won a playoff game in the last 20 years.
All I know in the era of Marino. When Marino played.
All I know is that.
Hey, Crypto, can I finish my point?
No, I just want to say Tua is the best quarterback since Jay Fiedler. It's in Tannehill, because those are the standards, not Marino.
And 1,000%. Well, can I forget about Tua and Marino? I remember in Marino's era, a quarterback with a way less stronger arm went 4-0 in Super Bowls, and that was Joe Montana, and he was considered a system quarterback. Not Dan Marino with the strongest arm.
He did, and that same guy in an interview to a reporter said that guy that you talking about was better than him.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, you do. You know a lot about that because that's what he said. That same guy. Don't put your foot in it, Lewis. Don't go so hard in the paint because that same guy came out and said Marino was better than him.
Hey, Crypto, when they played in the Super Bowl, right? Marino had the stronger arm in that Super Bowl,
Because it's
right?
a team game. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Shake, don't worry. Nah, I got it. I'm going to clip that up right there. During the season, every time we lose, and I hear someone on this goddamn panel talk about...
I'm going to say it's a percentage. Everybody gets a certain percentage.
I'm going to play the clip of Crypto saying it's a team game.
Right, which means he'll get assigned a percentage based on how many players on the field at the time.
Hey, Crypto, when you're over there on Pete's channel co-hosting, I need you to play that clip. It's a team game. That's what
First of all,
yeah, both could be true. That's what I'm saying.
Look, now Crypto doing the big Nick don't lose shit. God damn. Listen, y'all are a bunch of avoiding question ass motherfuckers up on this bitch. That's all I know. God damn.
I've always said it's a team game. I just assign certain percentages to individuals.
There's no point in asking you questions, Cat. You don't remember the questions that we ask you. So
I ain't got to remember them, dog. I just got to answer them right and win the argument and keep it pushing. Wait for the next dumb question.
Oh, you ain't got to remember the question. Just answer questions.
I ain't got to remember shit. Wait,
how did that work? How does that work?
Dan Marino lost in 1983 by the first round of playoffs. I don't know how y'all forget this. Y'all might be blinded by Dan Marino.
Yeah.
He said he didn't go 0-1. Yes, he did. He
lost. He did.
Yeah, but what was his career?
No. I said started 0-1, right? And everybody no, he didn't. Y'all think 84 when he went to the Super Bowl was his rookie season or something? No, he lost to Seattle in 1983.
Okay, then what happened? He went to immediately for 3-4, 3-1.
Crypto, I'm not. You argue with somebody, and I'm arguing with the dude in the chat that said Dan Marino did not go 0-1 in the playoffs.
Calm down, Crypto.
No, he didn't. He went 1-1, then he won his next 3 games.
Yeah. He went to the Super Bowl the next season.
Tony, you're wrong. Crypto's right.
Yeah.
Motherfucker saying the same shit. What the fuck? He's coming for Tony's neck, killing him with his own takes. What the fuck?
Crypto ready to go. We said the same fucking thing.
Crypto fucking wielded a samurai sword all the goddamn time for no reason and shit. We're all agreeing with him. Congratulations. Fuck, bro. Oh shit.
God damn.
Listen, here's the thing, boys. Is Tua's got some splaining to do, right? Like they finna hand him. They finna hand him
He's gonna be in front of the
so much money that here's the deal, right? We could do this, Lou. We could tear down Dan Marino's statue and erect Tua Tagovailoa, and all of us.
I didn't say that.
All of us get his name tattooed on our cheek and we'll start mumble rapping and shit. We can do all that, dog. I'll eat Zans and fucking we can do all that shit, right? We can go hard as fucking to paint. See, Crypto always on a side conversation. I don't know what the fuck he's got going. He's just going, dog. How the fuck you read chat, talk, and drive all at the same goddamn time? He's a dangerous ass motherfucker. Motherfucker's driving right now, bro. This is dangerous as shit. Anyhow, I mean, goddamn.
I told you I could multitask.
Yeah. We know. We've got like. Here I am, can't remember shit. Crypto got like 6 brains going on at the same goddamn time. What the fuck? Anyhow,
if Crypto ain't talking over somebody, he ain't happy.
That's true. That's it. I gotta just be clear. all this caping. We're gonna erect the statue of Tua. We're gonna go back when they were tearing down statues in this country, and we're gonna take every statue and every memorabilia out this bitch. We're gonna erase history, right? Because that's what we do in this country, apparently. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna bring up Tua. But I just want everyone to know, the day he gets paid, the day the ink is put and it's still wet on the contract, the demand of where the blame goes is tenfold on top of him. And I don't want to hear, oh, it was this and that. I don't give a shit, bro. You throw a ball that they can't drop. You run the ball. I don't give a shit, dude. Like, I don't care. Stick it in his fucking helmet. Make it land in his helmet. I don't give a shit, because if you're making
how you supposed to take
55 plus million a year, and you're accounting for all this money, and even if you ain't here, I'm still gonna be paying on it. That's where supply, demand, and you it's just like anything else, right? If a restaurant's failing and they want to blame the cooks, they want to blame this, but the first motherfucker to get fired is the manager. You managed you managed a fucking restaurant into the ground and burnt Crypto's fucking toast. Time for you to go, dog. Time for you to go.
Cap, you said still paying him, and he's not even on the fucking team, bro.
I'm saying that's the type of commitment. That's the type of commitment we're gonna be in. If he doesn't work out, he's gonna be paid millions of dollars to not be on the Dolphins in a couple of years if he doesn't work out.
Man. That's a killer. That's a killer.
Can I ask a question before I get us out of here?
That's a killer.
I love you.
I love you too, Shake.
Shake, for real, Shake.
I love you too, Shake. Shake always be watching. So we're gonna catch Shake watching some dirty shit one time because he leave his. I'm dead out. He gonna be scrolling through fucking Instagram and some naughty shit finna come up on there. And we're gonna hear every last second.
It's gonna be like Dirk Nowitzki press conference.
What's up, Lou?
Hey, Tony, if you lose a playoff game by 50 points, are you a good quarterback?
Oh, shit.
Are you talking about Dan Marino's last fucking games? Are you seriously going to do that shit right now? Are you fucking...
You only score 7 points. It's just as worse.
He's a dirty motherfucker, dog.
Both of them still score 7.
I just asked a question. I didn't mention no names. I just want to know, if you lose a playoff game by 50, is that good? That's all I want to know.
I'll tell you what.
This is what his argument is. Both of them scored 7 points. But that was supported by better defense than Marino.
Hold on, I'm a big Nick this real quick. It wasn't bad enough to lose a golden jacket and be the greatest quarterback of an era. That's for goddamn sure. I know that much. Come on now, dog. Come on now.
I don't know. That game could be worthy of pulling that yellow jacket. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, what? First of all, it's gold. Now you disrespecting the jacket by calling it yellow.
Taking away the jacket now, God
damn, dude. I'm telling you, Lou Antifa, dog. Lou Antifa and shit. He want to erase it. He want to bring down statues and burn the old history, dog.
He called Dan Marino's jacket a mustard jacket, bro.
I'm not trying to take away the jacket, but can we take one, like at least an arm out of the sleeve or something? Can we do that?
Sure, dog. We're gonna take that pocket right out. Every time he go to put his watch in the pocket, just fall. We're gonna take his pocket.
62 to 7. Is that what you're talking about?
Ooh, that. Wait, what? Jay?
Yeah, that just means he got no defense.
Jay Fiedler was on that team.
Does Marino play defense? That's all I want to know.
Hey, Tony, you know what's horrible about that 60?
He had less support.
What?
He had less support than we did this year.
What happened, Lou?
We heard that crypto, but you know what was worse? The worst thing about the whole 62 to 7 loss? The game happened in Jacksonville. It was like 90 degrees.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
What the temperature is. They're professional athletes. They should be able to play in any weather.
The stats on that game from Dan are even sadder, bro. That's the sick part.
Yeah,
they're even sadder.
Oh, read them stats off, Cap.
Nah.
Well, I'm gonna read them off.
Yeah, do it.
11 completions out of 25 attempts. for 95
so he
yards.
threw the ball 25 times.
95
Okay.
yards.
How you gonna win the game?
One touchdown and 2
Two
interceptions.
interceptions. Yeah, I remember I gave the
What?
stat.
Not
Yeah.
even 100 yards?
Not even 100 yards. You know whose stats were just like that? Tua on his first game, dog. You know what? You're right. This is the second coming of Christ.
Yeah. Sounds a lot like Zach Wilson.
Come on,
Both
Christ.
of them try. All of them try.
Zach Wilson is crazy, Crypto.
All I know in that game that Tua had less than 100 yards, they won that game though. That's all I know. Just saying.
Hey, can you read off Zach Wilson numbers against the Chiefs?
That was against LA. Against LA. See, that memory ain't that fucked up. That memory ain't that fucked up.
Hold on. You reading Jacksonville game? It's not apples to apples. Read Marino's last game versus the Chiefs in the playoffs. He did play that team in the playoffs. I just want to put that out there.
God damn
so
it.
we're gonna do apples to apples comparison.
That ain't apples to apples,
They play the goddamn same team.
That ain't apples to fucking
We're playing
apples,
against the same team. You can't say he lost 63-7 in one game and then compare him against another team, another era.
That
no,
ain't even
we're gonna
fruit to
put him
fruit,
against
much less
the
apples to apples.
We're gonna put him against the Chiefs. What?
I don't know.
Marino's numbers against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, what that got to do with what Lewis said about
who
his
was
game
even the
losing by
coach of
50?
Kansas City back then?
I'm talking about the Marino's numbers against the Chiefs.
But that ain't got nothing to do with him losing by 50 points.
It don't matter, but what I'm saying is that we talking about franchises. You guys are doing disingenuous arguments.
We ain't talking about no
how did he do against that franchise? That's the Kansas City Chiefs.
Crypto,
What did he
you
do
only
when he
wanna
played the
talk
Chiefs
about
in the
Kansas City
playoffs?
franchise, Crypto. Nobody else should talk about Kansas
Because
City franchise.
Tua played against the Chiefs and Marino played against the
It
Chiefs.
wasn't about
How did
Tua
they
no
fare
more.
well against him?
It wasn't about Tua no more. He just said, Demarino,
Okay, you just go back to focusing on driving, please. God
No.
He was talking about Demarino gold jacket, Crypto. He
I don't
wasn't
know
talking
what
about
the
comparison no more. He was talking about Demarino being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, what you mean? Crypto's like
His game, his Hall of Fame
he's
game
either
wasn't
10
based on
minutes
the
ahead in the
Jacksonville
conversation or 10 minutes behind. I don't know what's going on.
No.
Crypto. No, not
No,
no.
he was
Not no.
he was in there.
No. Congratulations.
He didn't make the Hall of Fame based on the
Congratulations.
He didn't make the
Crypto.
Hall of Fame based on the
Congratulations.
Jacksonville game.
Congratulations, Crypto. You win. Congratulations.
I ain't buying it.
No, he ain't buying it, damn it.
You ain't buying it. Yeah,
Hey, the I ain't buying it and congratulations t-shirts, TFTG Network inbound. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I ain't buying it.
Hey, by the way, just so you know, that should be an Insomnia t-shirt.
Listen, I am gonna make it an Insomnia shirt. And here's the funny thing: we don't sell a lot of merch on the website, but there is a website filled with just t-shirts of inside jokes for this channel, and I don't give a fuck, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just filled with bullshit, and it's funny. And one day, years and years down the line, someone's gonna roll across this website, and I'm like, "What the fuck is all this shit?" You know what I'm saying? Cooking folk. What the fuck does that even mean? It's gonna be good. Yeah, they're like, congratulations.
Is it Jeffrey Dahmer? He's cooking folk.
Hey,
Jeffrey
can
Dahmer.
someone put up Jermaine's last comment? Because I'm trying to understand that too. That's all I'm asking. I'm just trying to figure that out. That's all I'm asking.
You want me to tell you? I'll tell you. Jermaine says, and this is what Lou needs. I'm trying to figure out what Marino won besides a few playoff games. That's how Jermaine and Lou sound when they ask this question right here. That's how they. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what did Marino do instead of win playoff games? That's what they sound. You want me to tell you what he won? Our motherfucking hearts. That's what he won. God damn it! He won the hearts of all Dolphins fans. All of them.
Yeah, you can't. You can't use that voice and then say, he won our hearts, Cap. You can't do that.
He won our hearts.
Oh,
Damn.
fuck.
Damn. What the
Nah,
hell is
fuck
this?
out of here.
Sounds like Mr. Rogers.
Oh, shit.
Actually, hold on.
Super chat.
Kevin Lee says, "What's good, El Captain panel? Congratulations, not buying it. Best clip ever. It is. It's really good. If you guys aren't checking out the shorts that we post, go check them out because they're fucking great. We try to."
And by the way, the guy who said, "What did Dan Marino do besides win a playoff game?" This is more the voice I envision.
Look what
Damn, is that what Dan said? That's fucked up.
Hey, yo.
That's some
Damn.
fucked up shit. Congratulations.
Look what I can do.
Some dirty ass work on this panel, boys. It's some dirty work.
Damn.
We're just erasing all. We're defiling the names of Don Shula and Dan Marino and caping up for Tua Tagovailoa.
Right, bitches?
Which bitches I gotta say is fucked up. You know, it's fucked up.
Damn.
It's fucked up.
Shit.
I'm not buying it, Crypto. I'm not buying it.
Oh yeah,
I know. Congratulations.
Daddy loves you guys.
Real question
Daddy.
for the panel and chat.
Damn, who's Daddy?
Well,
Bob Grease, he's the greatest Dolphin quarterback ever.
get no pushback on
They
from
threw
me, dog.
4 passes. Congratulations.
Well, in those 4 passes, it came with a Super Bowl win. That's all I know.
Crypto say he threw 4 and he finished it with congratulations.
The congratulations got me, dog. The congratulations got me, bro. Got me, dude. Oh shit!
Oh,
Fuck! I
my.
fucked up, boys. I was supposed to send some money. I fucked up.
Oh man.
What happened, Cap?
Nothing.
4 passes, congratulations.
Fucked up.
Call it what you want. Those 4 passes got a Super Bowl ring. That's all I know.
God damn.
I did it. Okay. Fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. That memory didn't work out to you.
What
guys.
happened?
Just
What happened? Your
I
money
did-
went
no.
dry?
No,
What
my
happened?
money dried out. I had to pay somebody $165 real quick for something. Don't worry about it.
Oh, damn. Lost a bet?
No.
Shit.
No, ain't fun. To lose no- I don't like betting. Well, fuck.
I know what
Damn.
costs about $150 to $160.
Shut up. Yeah. Because I'm trying to, keep that memory sharp, dog. Trying to keep that memory sharp. I was just thinking about that bad memory, and I was like, wait a second. Did I forget something? Shit. Anyhow, you know what? Here's the real question. Tua Tagovailoa lost some weight. Significant. In that size that he built up that kept him relatively healthy all last year, right?
Like a middle school kid right now.
He looks well. At least he don't look like no Bryce Young. Holy
much
shit!
weight
That
you
not look like
talking
a
about?
fucking. That look like a kid getting dropped off to school, bro. What the fuck?
How
God,
much
damn, I
weight you
can't-
think it was? Like 15, 20 pounds?
I mean, look, they're saying it looks like 20. It's probably not because muscle weighs more than fat. And let's call it like it is. When he showed up last offseason, he had put on a lot of extra weight, and rightfully so. That's how you build muscle, right? You could go to the gym and even increase your reps and your weight. But if you don't find a way to intake calories and rest to put that weight on, you're just gonna burn that energy off as you get it. So that last offseason, they took, with his trainer and things, they found a healthy way to put heavy weight onto to protect him, to build later muscle. This should be the byproduct of trimming down the fat into hardened muscle. So the weight probably is only maybe 10 to 15 pounds, probably looks north of 20 on his frame. But we got to see, is that going to be what byproduct are we getting? Is it a positive one? Is it going to be more mobile? Is it going to be more flexible? Is there more power with his throwing arm? Or is it going to be where they're missing that extra, lack of a better term, padding on him to prevent injuries? I don't know. Shout out to Kevin Lee again. Says Tua is pissed. No new contract. Congratulations.
Damn.
He hit him with the
can't elaborate on
congratulations,
that?
dog.
Damn, extra padding. The hell?
Thickness, cushion for the pushing. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, is that
Damn,
enough?
You saying he got more junk in the trunk?
I'm saying he doesn't now. He did last year. Let's not act like he didn't. And it's done. Listen, I mean, I've always been a smaller dude most of my life. But when I would go to the gym and I, could get higher repetitions with more weight, I finally, in my late 20s, early 30s, I started figuring out that sometimes it's better to stop, carb load, rest for longer periods of time to put weight on your body that then you can turn into muscle, right? Because that's just how it works. If you want to get bigger and get stronger, that's how it's done. And they're doing it in a healthy manner, right? That's how it's done. They're way better, food and monitoring of his health and everything while they're doing it. But we just got to see, is it going to be a positive thing, and what positives are we getting it? And is there going to be negatives that come to that? And the biggest one and the most concerning one to me is his ability to take shots with losing some of this extra padding on him.
Damn.
I don't hear it. I don't hear anybody talking about it. I don't hear anybody considering the trimming down that Tua did and the negatives it could have. Now, again, those negatives can be far and away counterbalanced in positives with mobility and potential strength and stuff like that, and velocity on the ball. But all is yet to be seen. So, what do you guys think?
I think it's a balancing act between the two. Gaining weight and losing weight, kind of like the boxer that's trying to shed pounds or gain pounds just to get in a certain weight class.
Well, now you say that, Crypto, but we see tons of players come in and see how they look week one, but at the end of the season, how just absolutely different they look later in the season because of how grueling. A perfect example, right, is Mike Gesicki. When we had Mike Gesicki here and he was trying to put on weight on his frame and how he looked week one to how he looked at the end of the year, he was skinny, he was all ripped again. He'd lost all that water weight, all that extra calories he put on his body were getting burned up. So that happens naturally, in which case, Fred talked about late in the season fatigue. You have this fat on your body to burn for energy while you're doing stuff. That's why we store fat on our bodies, for anybody who doesn't know. If you are coming in trim, fatigue can potentially set in. Now, don't get me wrong. They got fucking great doctors and stuff like that. I'm just hoping and wondering the muscle content and how it's going to deal with how is it going to affect his gameplay positively and negatively. Go ahead, Lou.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a question. That's only time can tell, right? But I was just gonna say, Cap, like we seen Tua put on weight last season and he stayed healthy. My question would be in the first 2 years before last year, or the first 3 years, right? Where I guess he wasn't as big, he was skinny. I don't remember him getting hit to where I felt, oh, he got hurt on that play because he was too small. Like I don't think that was the case. Like even the real bad concussion in Cincinnati when he got slammed down or whatever.
Well, I think they disagree with you, buddy. You know how I know is because they put weight on, and he stayed healthy.
Well, but again, I think when I watched him get hit though last season, right? And again, we all made kind of jokes or whatever about the jiu-jitsu or whatever, but it did just look like he was falling different last year. I'm just saying to go back to when the Cincinnati game with the real bad concussion. If that play would have happened last year with him having the weight, do you think that he don't get the concussion? Like that's all I'm saying. I don't think the weight loss or gain has anything to do with it. I just think
I would say in simple metrics, right? It's easier to sling around something 190 pounds than it is something 220. So, you know what I'm saying? A DB or a linebacker or a defensive lineman grabs you and you're 210 versus you being 190. It's a difference.
Yeah, but if that defensive lineman that slammed him down is 315,
I'm not saying he could. I'm not saying he can't equally slam somebody and knock them out in any range. Sure, and we do know that there was some real work done for Tua and how to fall properly to not sustain injuries. We know that too. So yes, there is that. I'm just wondering,
right. No, I get what you're wondering. I'm just saying for me, when I think about Tua's overall career, I don't think any of the injuries I've seen him as a Miami Dolphin quarterback have came on the behalf of he was too small. I don't think that
Yeah, it's more on the way he was falling, and
I don't think it
and
was
when
the
he
weight
got
that had
that,
anything to do with it.
and in Cincinnati, the guy, remember, the guy slammed him down, but what the judo or the jujitsu, whichever one he took, taught him was how to tuck his chin. Because if you remember, it was all about him, the whip flash of him smacking the back of his head. So that's why I think I'm a little bit more confident, long as that starts to become second nature. Because if you look at like Lucy, all his injuries outside of the time when he got hit in his ribs by Matt Milano, it was because of his head snapping backwards and hitting that ground. So I believe that he realized that it wasn't the weight that was keeping him from getting injured. It was the way he was falling. He didn't know how to tuck his chin. He was loose neck. He didn't know, you know what I'm saying?
There you go, loose neck baby and shit.
Even in the
that ain't my kid, old loose neck baby.
Yo, that's wild. Loose neck.
He didn't tuck it in. Is that what you said, Tony? He didn't tuck it in. What did he didn't tuck it in?
That's how I like my women. That's how I like my women.
So even if you go to the Green Bay one, he got tackled. The dude shoestring tackled him. He still found a way to pop his neck back and hit the back of the head. So it was wild.
Pop his neck is what. hey, Tony. What?
Yo, loose neck, popping neck ass motherfucker. Yo. What the fuck?
Yo,
and Lou wants to make a statue of old loose neck and shit.
Yeah, we're gonna make a statue of loose neck outside of Hard Rock Stadium. Yeah.
You got to be a bobblehead, dog.
Oh damn, that's
yo, dog. That's some dirty work. You got a bobblehead fucking statue out in front of your shit. Oh no! All right, let's get to Kevin Lee's super chat here. He says, "Do you guys think there's any chance Tua plays on his 5th-year option? That's been my prediction since last season. I don't see sides coming to an agreement before week 1. Worn out topic, but I'm just asking. I mean, look,
it's a possibility.
Here's the crazy part, right? There's a lot of rumblings from some credible people about this contract, this Tua contract's gonna come. It's coming now. And then right after the rumblings on the streets, we see that it seems to be that it might be Love that gets the contract, but then Love is holding out. And then now Tua's there, but he's not participating in all the drills in a hold-in type of manner, which is fine. He's still there with the team. I'm not upset with his tactics right now. And don't forget, there's still Dak Prescott that's still out there, can make a stink, and all 3 are represented by the same company, Athletes First. If Tua plays on his 5th-year option, I would really ill-advise that. And Athletes First may have Tua convinced, and Tua and his people or himself could be convinced of otherwise, that play through the 5th year. Worst case scenario, we're in a Lamar situation where you're on the potential trading block with a transition tag, but you play even equal to what you've played to last year. We're going to get you market setting money, whether it's from the Dolphins or another team, right? Which to me, depending on how Bryce Young plays this year, it would be Carolina that is at the very top of that list to go for Tua, because to my understanding, the ownership and top brass still loves him. And that was the team that was trying to get the Dolphins to give Tua to him the last couple of years before they drafted Bryce Young, when there was talks about the Dolphins trading. That's always been a big team that wants him. Now, the Raiders is another team that could potentially want him, but I don't know, whatever. My point is that I would ill-advise that, because no matter how this is going to be sliced, guaranteed at signing dollars, which is different than the total guarantees, because the total guarantees have injury clauses and benchmarks over X amount of years to hit those guarantees. The minimum total amount of guarantees I see Tua signing for is $120 million. That's the minimum. You cannot say, and that doesn't include the 23 he's going to get anyhow. So that means $143 million he going to get no matter what. After he signs that and plays next year, or plays this season, he has generational wealth. And because of injuries, because of the grueling toll it takes to, fluctuate your body weight and have to do all this stuff or whatever, you got to accept those types of securities, right? In his instant, personally, that's how I feel. Now, I could be wrong. He might not ever get injured ever again. He could, be like Drew Brees, who turned into an everyman ever since his injury. Maybe. But if he's being honest with himself, the types of injuries he's had since college and now with concussions, hips, I mean, dude, these are like, God forbid anything ever happens. He could take a concussion and it'd be really severe. And they're like, you can be back to play in 6 months, next year, or whatever. And he could just say to himself, look, I don't want to risk, money. And you would have made $120 extra million signing a contract that's presented to you today versus to holding out for 40 extra more million on top of that. So are you going to bet for 40 more million to hedge against 120? That's just bad math. And that's bad management. If you're talking about it from his people, if that's what they're trying to push him to do personally, what do you boys think?
Well, I think the problem with that is that is good. That's a good take on it. But you see, the problem with Tua is personally his management have to they dealing with three. Remember, they got Dak and Jordan Love.
Yeah.
So they can't set that type of precedent. Yeah, it makes sense for Tua because 123 20 more million is better than just 23 and a half. Yes, it does. But when it comes to his management and the people representing him, I think they have to, play hardball and get him as much as he can, especially when it comes to the guarantee money, because then, they have just set the precedent that their clients is willing to take lesser than the market. And I think they're in not a difficult situation to where they're handling three separate quarterbacks at the same time. So I don't know. I don't think that's not, to me, it's not going to happen in that manner. I foresee him playing on the 5th-year option before he take less than what market value is. Man, that's just me.
Great take. I understand that. Now that's not all the guarantees, right? Like that's the guaranteed at signing, meaning that he plays this season and gets injured and never plays again. He's $120 million richer than if he would have ridden his 5th-year option. Whereas, the Dolphin, he could, if he plays the next 3 years under that deal, he's going to earn $200+ million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of like Trevor Lawrence. The way you see it, and which is, I think if they would have, I don't think he would accept nothing like that because that's Trevor Lawrence. If you look at Trevor Lawrence, his contract, exactly how you said, that's how it's set up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how they're all set up right now, except for Goff. Goff is the only one who pretty much got all of it guaranteed, that $170 million.
Yeah, so I think, and I think that's where the problem lies. They looking at that Trevor Lawrence like, nah, that's not a good deal. If you look at the guarantee money,
what a great deal for Jacksonville, huh?
Yes, it was a look at the deal. I'm like, bro, if y'all look at that, Jacksonville, and that's what Lewis just left the panel, but that's what Lewis was saying. But I hope they do give him a nice looking number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
65. But if that guarantee look like how Trevor Lawrence is,
I want that. I want that deal. That's a steal.
And
I'll
people
take
don't
that.
realize that.
And the clauses to get out in the 2nd and 3rd year of the contracts. I mean, dude, you could, I heard a take. I can't remember where I heard it, but there was a take on how the Dolphins could be potentially presenting their contract, much like the Derek Carr contract, where he made all that money after being the passing leader and having all those big stats that 1 year, and next year came out and fell flat and they got rid of him. And he made a bunch of money and they carried some dead cap and spread it out. But really, they they got out of that contract with minimal impact to the team. And I'm guessing that's a lot like what the Dolphins are doing. That, yeah, you're going to get a lot of money this year and a lot of money next year, but we could cut you and you not be here. And any year after that, we don't owe you shit. Yeah, you're going to make, it's going to hit our cap in 2026, 2027, say for another 40 million, 20 million each year, but they can get off them and not be carrying 40, 50 million. And that's what a lot of these new people that are representing are trying to do. They're trying to guarantee those other years with high amount of cap hits on the team so they can't get cut and screwed out of the money. Because if you're going to cut a guy and you're still going to pay him 45 plus million to leave, you're not cutting him, you're keeping him. And the Dolphins are looking to avoid that while, the adverse side is looking to exploit. So, but Shake, I mean, I kept you here for another hour and a half, buddy. I'm sorry.
All good, man. All good.
I'm sorry. Tony, I appreciate you coming up and hanging out with us. And Shake, thanks for hosting the show. I know you want to close this bitch down. So
no, man. Listen. When whatchamacallit, when good shit happens organically, you can't close it down.
I know. It's hard. It's hard, bro.
You feel me?
It's hard to stop it when it's rolling downhill. You just let it. You just gotta fucking let it go.
Yeah, man. That's why we do this, man, to entertain, man. So if nothing was going on, that's one thing. But we got some good material. Fuck it, let's ride. Let it ride, man.
Word up.
Appreciate it, fellas. I've been
all right,
longer than I expected to. Y'all be easy.
You too, man. Take it easy.
Boys later, man.
All right, later, Tony.
Yes,
Shake,
sir.
another banger, dog. Another banger.
Yeah, man.
Hit the like button, everybody.
Yeah. Now that tomorrow is the last episode of In the Blender, I'm gonna be concentrating on Smoke Lounge, but most importantly, Insomnia is my next. Like I said, the first show is gonna be Army versus Navy versus Marines versus Air Force. That's gonna be my
be dope.
I'm excited for that game.
I can't wait. For all you guys that don't know, he's got a person from each represented branch of the military coming on that panel. And I don't know, did you announce who's going to be the names yet?
Yeah. It's Nene is going to represent the Army. Yep. Big Nick is going to represent the Navy. Bryson is going to represent the Air Force, and Raphael Courtwright will represent the Marines.
I love it, bro. What a great show idea. Raphael's gonna come up here like a fucking. I mean, Marines are crazy. Everybody know this. It's why we send 18 to 25-year-old Marines on the shores of fucking the enemy, just screaming like a bunch of banshees, just loose with a bunch of overpriced weaponry in their hands. That's what makes this country great. Love it. Can't wait to see the show.
But yeah, I got some big ideas for Insomnia, man. And we're gonna do more. We're gonna try to do more live episodes. If you missed last episode, it was pretty cool. It got off the rails.
And color. And we're working on some stuff with color coming to you guys all season. Color's gonna be grinding. So good
and
stuff.
One thing I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna still call the Gator games, but I'm only gonna do the big ones.
Yeah. You don't want to call Gators versus Indiana Tech or some shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna be calling FSU versus Miami. That's for sure. So August 31st, Florida versus Miami. We will be calling that bad boy.
Yeah, a couple of these big games you should call them and get with Ali too, because I think Ali and you calling those games is going to be great. So see if Ali can slide in there. I want Ali to maybe do some of those Ohio games every now and again. Might as well, right? And then you guys can always expect Sundays I'll call the games unless I'm there, and Mondays and Sunday nights for after reaction I'll do some lives, and I'm going to be doing more pre-recorded type of shows coming out during the days of the week, like I've been doing. Oh, happy early birthday, Jess. Which holla for $1. But yeah, we got some good stuff going on, some big plans, and the content's going to be flowing. Algorithm's not going to be too happy about it because we're going to do so many shows. But it is what it is. We'll just have to make sure we space them out and that the shows that we're doing stay within a time frame. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this before. So we'll try to be super diligent on the start and finishing times because there's going to be a lot of content coming out with us, everybody. So hit the like button, subscribe, share.
And before you go, man, there's three more things I forgot. Crypto, Crypto does his Monday shows. He's bringing that back. Ali's gonna do the late night exhale.
I can't wait for late night exhale, bro.
Yeah,
can't wait.
And then and hopefully Tonk will be back.
Oh yeah, Tonk gonna get right back in the swing of things. You already know Tonk is. I don't know if I told you this, but I've talked a little bit about it. Tonk and I are working on some stuff.
Yeah, you talked about in the blender with the hip hop.
We're working on some stuff with some real hip hop, like big names coming on to the program and talking football and stuff like that with him. And the guy's been able to come in and ask him some questions and stuff like that. So there's gonna be some really cool stuff. And Jess, you said you're gonna be 30. Don't you mean 29 for the second time? I didn't know beautiful young ladies grew past 29 years old. That was always how I understood it. Stay 29 forever. Crypto, you got some final thoughts?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably gonna fill in for Lewis and EM because EM bought a 3-piece suit so it can look good on Pete's panel. So and Lewis bought a suit as well. I think Lewis has a tuxedo, so I'm gonna be filling in for both of them tomorrow. Pete's got a special episode talking about Tua being thrown under the bus. So yeah, I'm gonna be filling in for Lewis and EM. He's got a 3-piece suit. One of them's got a tuxedo. So those guys be looking sharp up there. Yeah,
they going to prom together.
Oh hell yeah! They gotta go out there and
who's wearing the corsage?
To make up for the lack of talent, they gotta go up there and look sharp.
Hey, Crypto, who's wearing the corsage?
Who's wearing the corsage? I don't know which one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Come on, Crypto, which one? Spit it out.
I can't say, man.
EM's wearing the corsage. Oh, EM's wearing the corsage.
Shit.
I think he'd look good with it one too, boy.
Oh yeah.
I need that picture real quick. Need that picture.
So, oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be a dandy. I might have to help him out. But hell, it's crazy. Tomorrow's the first, I guess, official day. No, it can't be the official day. They did some workouts today, so it can't be the official day. But I think everybody's gonna be on point on 9 tomorrow. Contracts are not being signed. Tua's not getting his money, and Tyreek's not getting his money. We're staying pat.
All right.
It's gonna be another day of no checks being issued and interceptions in the off season that we could fight over. I think it's all scripted.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking conspiracy.
Yeah. I think everything's scripted. Skyler's gonna look like the best quarterback in training camp. Tua's gonna have a pseudo holdout. Greer's gonna stand and dig his heels in, and they're gonna string us along up until September. The fix is in.
Scott Thompson's gonna look like Johnny Unitas.
Yeah, it's gonna look like Johnny Unitas. So he can get Pete a hard on for about 4 weeks before he sends him out the door.
Damn. That shit was funny as fuck. How everybody said, "Hey, it was Skylar Thompson through that interception." Wait a minute. Why don't you get all the facts first? Why you gotta keep? I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah, that was funny.
I just want to say, weak neck bobblehead Tua statue out in front of fucking Hard Rock was the wildest take of the whole show. I don't give a damn. That shit was crazy. Can't even believe the boys said all that. That's nuts. That's nuts. That is nuts. All right, well, I'm sliding out of here, boys. I gotta run. I'll see you guys later.
real quick, before we go, I'm gonna ask you one quick question backstage. We'll close this down now.
All right, sounds like a plan.
All right, man.
All right.
Hit the like button, everybody. Adios,
Like
cholos.
Let me find the damn thing first. What the hell is it? There it is.
Man, I was all.